in the shadows of the darkness all around, waiting and watching, trying to take us down. Haters gonna hate no matter what you do, but we ain't looking back now that we've made it through. Rising up, no stopping us, we're on our way. Doesn't matter what they try to do or say, we're just getting stronger, can't touch us any longer. We're on our way, and tomorrow's always gonna be a brighter day.
What's up, jerks? What is up today? How you doing? Saturday. A little late, but we're on time. What's going on out there? I'm everywhere. If you haven't noticed, I'm everywhere on this channel, on other channels. I want to thank LTL Media for yesterday. I want to thank JFK for all of his ongoing coverage and doing some shows I maybe didn't get time to get to. I got to check out his Sam show. That would be a good one to check out. It's been a crazy few days. I am on a lot of shows, a lot of making fun of my hair. They got a hair fetish. Look at this. This beautiful hair. So I got a poll today. I got a poll. This is raw. This is they bullied me to change my hairstyle today. So I have a poll. The poll is this. Mike's hair is best parted, the usual way. They call it the alt-right. An alt-right supported comedian said it was an alt-right haircut. Do you like it parted the usual way? Or do you like it this emo way? Let it down, Mike. Or maybe you prefer a hat? Or you think I just need to do what my bro did and just do the buzz cut? You got a choice. I might listen to my audience. I think I'm going to give it to you. Unless you say buzz cut. I'm not going to buzz cut it today. I'd have to think about that. Does anyone want to see my long melon in a buzz? I don't know, man. But I actually love this. This is fucking hilarious. Like, they're obsessed with my hair. With my fucking hair. Yeah. Let the bangs out. I think I might do this now. It's easy. I'm emo. I thought I was too old for 55 plus emo, but I thought I was trying to be clean because I'm kind of a slob, right? But they like the slob look. I appreciate the comedian. She gave me some hairstyling tips. Look at that. People, I think, actually like. Wait, no, actually, people like the part. Apparently, we'll see. We'll check back. 42% right now say they like it parted the usual way. It's dropping though. Now it's at 41%. But coming in strong is this new way, just a messy way. Emo, let it down. 25%. 16% like the hat. The hat is on standby. It's still here. The B hat is still here. It's ready to go. If you decide I need the hat, let me know. Or it needs a buzz cut. Oh, man. It's just funny. Farts. They were into farts and hair fetishes. I'm not putting on the wig, though. I'm not putting on the blush, the wig. Don't ask for that. That is not coming. No blush or makeup or wig. Maybe in the 80s, I would maybe do the eyeliner. I never did. I was scared of my mom. But the cool kids had the eyeliner on. Remember that in the 80s? That was the only time I thought about any makeup was in the 80s when, what was it? Motley Crue? And I nothing against it. Nothing against it. There's been a lot of shit that's been going on these streets and about this Aidan Kearney stuff. He spoke several times. People have been like, you need to replay his shit. You need to do what he did to you. I figured we'd replay it because it is newsworthy. The guy's been indicted. Usually I don't pay attention or replay his shit for the most part, unless it's a short clip. But he has done several streams on this. One of the ones he said he's not going to talk about this anymore. It's like that clip went on Twitter, and I was like, he's finally listening to me. This is what I told him in October. He's finally listening to my advice from October. He said he's not going to talk about it anymore, and then he starts talking about it. It's just. And then Nan Gallagher went on the show. She went on LTL Media. She dropped, I mean, that show, if you haven't seen it, I'm going to play a little clip from it, maybe a little bit more than that, actually. But if you want to watch a good show that will just kind of spin your head, check out Nan Gallagher and Brian on LTL Media from just a few nights ago. They're live. And also, Nan Gallagher went on Untwisted Tragedies yesterday. So we got a lot to review. I'm just going to play some video today and just kind of comment and just watch it and have some fun. I will say one more thing about this indictment thing for Turtle Boy. It is very serious. I mean, they can pretend. Let's just put this one up. This is fucking hilarious, actually. Oh, my God. Some of the shit that's coming out now from these turtle riders, they are so out of whack reality with any. That's why I'm here. I'm here to smack reality back into them. Look at this one. This is Aidan's average follower right now. This is how they explain away all of Aidan's issues. It's not Aidan. It's not that this guy can't help but get in trouble over and over and over again. There's a conspiracy. There's a government, CIA, Vatican assassin conspiracy. It's the deep state. I've been hired. I am the head of this. Sean on the Gulf and I are leading this. I'm an FBI agent. Who knew? I'm CIA. I'm a CIA Vatican assassin dog walker. I've been undercover walking dogs in my town for 10 years now. Smoking weed, doing a YouTube to set Aidan up. That's what I've been doing for the last 10 years. They blew my cover. Look at this. Cast your mind back to when Cryford got involved in this case. Now count how many bad actors that he platformed on his show since then. Sean on the Gulf, who Aidan platformed first and talked to first. Nanthrax, he says. That's Nan Gallagher, the great Nan Gallagher. I take full credit for attorney Nan Gallagher, very proudly. He says, Krusty. Aidan platformed Krusty, employed her for years first. And then Machado had her on. But okay. DeJuna Perkins, probably the next DA in Norfolk County. Proud of that, actually. 51. Oh, he's talking about that's a slur he uses against Meredith, who's an awesome person. And then he calls the JFK show out. And then he says, Mike makes you think, doesn't it? Dude, you haven't thought in a long time. Like reality, bro. Kirk7143. You're insane. You're embarrassing. This is a comment left on Aidan's YouTube. All planted. They were Nan, Sean, and Meredith. He claims that Meredith was planted in his life, in Aidan's life. That the government hired an accountant, a CPA, a director-level employee at a major bank. They planted her. Are you shitting me? And the entire time I've colluded with Kate Peta, who I basically called out for 2 years and said that she was trying to put me in jail and all that shit. Remember that? And I also found friend that wrote a subpoena about her. Are you insane? It's just funny. It would be funny if it wasn't so sad. I guess that's why the comedians don't touch this. It's funnier to go after my hair. I mean, that's the fact. It's true. It's funnier to go after my hair and farts than deal with this kind of this kind of delusion. Thank you so much, La Wifey. Thank you, Recovery Cat. Thank you, Valley's Girl. Look at this. Jay Brill. Jay Brill, my dudes are here. LTL Media, thank you so much for last night. Thank you for getting this going. Sassy, look at this, 20 joules. Jay Brill, 10 more. Oh my God. Roseanne. And the Eagle. The Eagle. I got the Eagle today. Look at that. Sassy just sent another one. They just keep coming in. I can't keep up with them. What's the poll doing? 40% like the normal way, the potted way. Only 20% like it the way it is now, the emo way. I'm kind of liking the emo. Look, this is so upset. Look. The flock of seagulls. Should I do the flock of seagull? That will really get them going. Once they start talking about your hairstyle, you got to change it up, right? Maybe I'll get a mohawk. 55-year-old with a mohawk. That will get them going. Holy shit. All right, let's watch a little video. Let's not deal with the insane. Oh, you know what though? It's funny because I got called Janet Reno. This is funny. Janet Reno. And as soon as I hear Janet Reno, I think Branch Covidians. I think I'm more Bill Hicks than Janet Reno on this one. Don't I look a little like Bill Hicks actually? This is me actually. Remember how I said I was on the safari on the Jeep, watching the wild animals go at it? This was Bill Hicks, the great comedian Bill Hicks that some people thought was Alex Jones, who has the same producer as Alex Jones, and he was a left-wing liberal like me apparently, Bill Hicks. But this is Bill Hicks in front of the Branch Covidians, the cult. I thought that was funny. Bring up Janet Reno and the claim to fame for her is her dealings with the cult, with the Branch Covidians. Remember them? We're dealing with the Turtle Covidians, the Branch Turtleverse. Let's watch a little Bill Hicks for a few minutes.
My feeling,
especially there's an Alex Jones connection, isn't there? Isn't that funny? They got the same producer. They were all from Texas. It's weird, isn't it weird? Chris Bate, Alex Jones, Bill Hicks, Branch Covidians.
Kevin outside the Branch Davidia compound called Standing on a Compound of Fire Ants. We're outside the Branch Davidia Camp Carmel branch of the Latter-day Seventh-day Adventist Church break-off group. What do you feel about this man?
Turtle Boy cult. Everything he's saying could be about the cult. It's any cult.
There's a lot of confusion out here.
It's a lot.
He's out there right now, holed up with those. He's got an endless supply of black cows, though. They haven't figured out yet how to get rid of the cows. Those are actually FBI agents dressed as cows to get close to the Branch Davidia Camp Mount Carmel Seventh-day Adventist Church Latter-day Saints of Holy Yahweh.
And what do we know today that we haven't known before?
Well, we know of a dirt road that can pretty much scoot you right by any police barricades. And hopefully that same road works the way out.
The same road Koresh may have taken before he went to Tahiti.
We don't even know if he's even in there, really.
I doubt it.
It's been now, today is day 7. We're outside right now, the Branch Davidia. I just like saying that. Branch Davidia, Branch Davidia, Branch Davidia. Branch Davidia, which is a splinter group of the Seventh-day Adventist Church Latter-day Saints Yahweh Division.
And if David Koresh is watching this, what would you like to say to him?
David, just keep it up. Keep up the good work, and we're with you. Now, David, turn yourself in. This is horrible. I don't know what I'm thinking. Well, as far as 12-year-old girls, keep up the good work. As far as the siege, give it up.
And what do you think the daily schedule is in the compound right now?
I'd say there's a lot of Scrabble and Monopoly, probably Risk, and just basically like any day in America right now. People out of work, people at home, not at a job, watching a lot of daytime TV.
heard they have Bible studies and ammunition studies back to back, or they have reloading classes for the children.
Just like every home in America.
Gearing up for the 90s, huh?
We're still outside the Branch Davidian division of the Seventh Adventist Day Church, Latter-day Yahweh division. It could be the end. The end is nigh for Mr. Koresh, a.k.a. Jesus, a.k.a. Vernon. Had he stuck with the name Vernon, the only people out here reporting right now would probably be the local farm report. Vernon's got some pigs locked up in a hole. We don't know what's happening, but Vernon's locking some pigs up there. But the fact that he named himself David Koresh just goes to what shows. A rose is just a rose by any other name. It's just Yahweh. Anyway, we're outside the Count Mount Carmel camp. The Davidian Yahweh division, Latter-day Saints and Lutheran, Jehovah Witness, Baptist, Methodist break-off group who believes in that the literal interpretation of the Bible in Genesis is actually not exactly true. The literal story of creation in Genesis is true, and after that,
He's also known as Daddy, right? And a doctor. He calls himself Doctor. It's like the final days of the Branch Davidia Latter-day Saints break-off group. Bill Hicks, Janet Reno. I think I'm looking more like Bill Hicks, actually. Maybe I need to take the glasses off. Isn't this funny, actually? It's like, because it feels like the final days of the turtle cult, too.
God created the submachine gun. Man named all the animals.
David Koresh just had some comedians on his side.
And then began shooting them one by one. Sort of a new breed of Christianity here in America. One that, well, suffers no quarter. And there's forgiveness enough for everyone here, I'm sure. All I know is it's going to be hell to pay when David Koresh, a.k.a. Jesus, a.k.a. Vernon Howell, makes his final move for the Lord. We all come to this position at some point in our lives, that big chasm, that gap you have to jump into, and it's called faith.
The turtle boy. Some people call him Daddy. Some people call him a sex goblin.
Unlike the rest of us, though, David Koresh is armed to the gills. And when he makes the big leap, it's going to be hell to pay all around him. Anyway, we're out here out at Mount Carmel, the Branch Davidian Latter-day Saint Adventist Seven-Day Church Lutheran Yahweh Division breakaway group.
Which turtle boy had like a clubhouse or something, so we could just like do a Bill Hicks thing, stand up front of it with like my one producer and a microphone. A guy'd wear the same shirt, like. This feels like it. It does, doesn't it feel like the same thing? This is like the day before, or the week of, right before the feds raided that place. So when I heard Janet Reno, that's the first thing I thought of. Like, I gotta play this on the show. Fucking Bill Hicks, good old Bill Hicks. Especially the fact that, like, they had this, Alex Jones and him had the same exact producer. That guy you see in the beginning, my friend interviewed him way back. It's Kevin Booth. And I've had some exchanges online with him. It's funny. I don't trust them, any of them. But he used to be the producer of Bill Hicks and Alex Jones. He was Bill Hicks' best friend.
Forgiveness. Christ died and was resurrected. And that he's come back to kick some major ass. It's all out there. It looks like Grandma's house. In fact, I think Grandma is being held hostage right now by the Branch Davidian Adventist Latter-day Saint Yahweh Division breakaway group led by David Koresh, a.k.a. Jesus, a.k.a. Vernon. That's not Jesus, that's Vernon. Anyway, it's day 7. It can't go on forever. We'll be here till something happens.
All right, the great Bill Hicks. If I didn't close out all my windows, I'm doing too much today. Someone said purple Kool-Aid Jonestown. It feels like the final days, doesn't it? Yeah, shit is wicked in these mean streets, but you know what? We're getting rewarded for it at the same time, aren't we, JFK? Um, yeah. Thank you for the silver star, Allie. Laura Lay, thank you so much for the thumbs up today. More 10 jewels. Law Wifey, $13.99 Canadian, and Recovery Cat, I think I already thanked you. Thank you so much, everybody, so far. 11 super chats already. I really appreciate that. I think we'll start with this bus stop live. I'm hearing he took down videos, but then he put them back up. I'm wondering if he edited some of this. But let's just watch this one. This one didn't get taken down.
We are confident that when all the facts and circumstances surrounding Mr. Kearney's indictment are revealed, it will be apparent to any reasonable person that his speech, which serves as the basis for this indictment, is protected by the First Amendment and New Jersey law, and that he has not violated New Jersey's cyber harassment statute. So there you go. So, yes. So just to
Now, did the statement that he's shown from Attorney Betterow, it talked about a sealed indictment and basically hinted at that the people who might have talked about it before it was known could be in trouble and all this drama around that. What's he doing? Isn't it sealed? Is he supposed to talk about this on his show? Is he supposed to share text messages?
this was over the person who sought out Paul O'Keefe, pretended to be in love with him for several weeks.
Yeah.
Got him to send intimate photos to her, all for the purposes of sending it to me in the hopes that I would publicly humiliate him.
You know what? Not only did I get under somebody's skin, I got under the cult's skin. The cult is very mad. They are very mad. He farts. Go after his hair. I never thought my hair would be the... I never thought my hair would get inserted into the Karen Reed, the Free Karen Reed movement. The movement.
And then she would benefit from that by getting me to use my influence with Karen Reed to get her a seat in the courtroom for the second trial.
I think this is why they get so caught up in Nan too. This comment right here, because she is hot, especially when she gets going. That's why they get so mad at her. They can't deal with a attractive, smart, very strong woman. Free Mike, I like the Free Mike's hair movement. No, you wouldn't have. No, you wouldn't have, bro. Only if you were 3 grades ahead of me, like that kid, like that other kid. That was like I lost 2 fights growing up. That kid was 3 grades ahead of me. That's the only way you would have taken me out, bro. Oh man, they're all tough guys online. So funny. I love it. I love it. See what I'm saying? I got them so stirred. I got them so stirred up. It's like we're the puppet master now. We are everything we do. They react now. Everything. And they're freaking the fuck out because our numbers are up. Uh-oh.
Okay. And I wrote about it in what was it, February of 2025, and she loved it. And, you know, she was in the chat bragging about it, all that stuff. And then 8 months later, I identified who she was, as is my right. And I wrote about her, and I wrote about her public behavior, because her behavior, quite frankly, since then had become unhinged.
This is really smart to talk about somebody when apparently you're under some type of protective order. That dinging you heard on my phone was a donation that just came in on the Cash App from Bernice L. Thank you so much, Bernice L, for hooking us up on the Cash App. I'll throw that on the screen for a little while. If anyone does want to donate that way, I appreciate the super chats always as well. That's always a lot of easy way to donate for people. But you can also do the Venmo or the Cash App if you'd like. Hopefully I don't leave that up too long. It gets annoying sometimes, that little ticker on the bottom. But if you do want to donate that way, you can as well. And the good thing about that one is the fees are very low on Cash App and Venmo compared to YouTube, which takes a big chunk. But either way, I appreciate all donations. Any donation. It shows that somebody supports and cares about what we're doing here. And it's so much appreciated. All right, let's play some more of this. This is, I can't talk about it, but I'm going to talk about it.
And this was something I'm allowed to do. You're allowed to identify who your sources are. You're allowed to keep them anonymous. That is not cyber harassment. So she then took out applied to get a restraining order on me and did what they all do, cried in court nonstop, said that she was the victim.
Chimmy speaks. I'm going to say something too. Think about how I'm going to say this. I have sources that don't come from any of the parties involved that have done some research on this whole situation, on the public postings, and maybe they've had communications with some of the parties way back on this. And I think this New Jersey case, not going to be good for him. And what he's not saying about the allegations is an indication of that. He just wants to talk about certain aspects of this, but he doesn't actually want to talk about the stuff that seems the most troubling and actually looks like it's backed up. But I'm not going to say too much more than that. But I think he's in a lot of trouble in New Jersey, and probably even more so than Norfolk County. I still think he has a good chance of winning his cases in Norfolk County. I think New Jersey might be a lot tougher. And this is why I warned him, because I knew he was acting crazy. This is why Meredith warned him about this. And I knew that this woman is backed by a law firm. I mean, all the shit he admits now. I saw this coming. I tried to warn him.
All because I told the public what she did to Paul O'Keefe. Then we had a two-party hearing where they were going to decide whether or not to extend the order, because this was an ex parte that was granted. And she testified. And when it was time for cross-examination, she quit. And she dropped the order, and she admitted to the judge that she was not scared. Then apparently she pursued, in New Jersey, citizens, we saw it with the t-shirt lady, can pursue their own citizen complaint. And you don't even have to go to the police. You just go to the prosecutor's office, and they will look it over. And for 7 months, this has been going on. For 7 months, this individual has been harassing my attorneys online, responding to them, talking about me nonstop, etc. And I've ignored it. I don't talk about her. I don't post about her. Don't do anything. And on July 7th, finally they got around to this. The prosecutor contacted my attorney, Darren Gelber from Willents. She was a guest on. My attorneys are Darren Gelber, Linda Kenny Bodden, and Mark Betterow on this. And they contacted Darren Gelber, who told him that we are not sending this to the grand jury because it's ridiculous. 5 minutes later, they called him back.
I say it was ridiculous.
And
Really?
said, we are.
How do you know that?
Somebody
Did they say that? Did they say it was ridiculous? I don't think they said that. That doesn't sound very professional. Do you buy that a prosecutor's office said, "Oh, this is ridiculous"? No.
Called me and told me we have to do this. So the prosecutor wanted to drop this until someone called her.
So maybe they got more info on why they're going forward. Till they confirm some facts. Is that possible, Aidan? Is this possible somebody else in the office said, "Hey, actually, we have looked into this. There's a lot more here. This needs to go forward." Is that possible?
And told her, no, we're going to send this to the grand jury. They did not tell us what the grand jury was about, or like what was the crime, what crime has been committed here. And because I've never met this person. I don't know this person. I wrote about this person. This person sought me out. I didn't know this person. And so this person, we offered to have me testify in front of the grand jury so you can hear what actually happened. The district attorney down there said, nope, no thanks. This is a state I've never been in. I mean, never been in the last few years, right? Certainly not Atlantic City. I've been there since my bachelor party. And they just, indicted me for this. So I don't know what this means. My lawyers, this is why I have great lawyers and I'm in good hands.
They had a relationship.
But there's no like arraignment date or anything like that. There's that. So yeah, I have nothing else to say about this. For once, I'm not going to discuss it. I haven't discussed her in the last however many months. I've written what I've written about her. I've said
Once he's not going to discuss it. If you just done that 8 months ago, like I told you, just gone along with her request. Like, you know what she wanted, right? I don't get it. When you're looking at all these felonies. But after he says this, what does he do?
what I've said about her in October.
What's he do after
This happened
this?
in October of 2025. And I wrote about, all I did was say factual things that she did and share my opinions of this person.
Is that all you did?
And here we
That's
are.
not what it's not what my sources are saying. You say you did a lot more than that. Are the attorney's going to be surprised at what you actually did? I wonder if they know. They have to know at this point, right?
So anyway, again, this is what I'm up against.
Allegedly,
This is
what you did.
Nobody else deals with this. Like nobody else gets indicted for cyber harassment. If you look at the statute,
Buddy,
New Jersey,
nobody ever gets nobody ever gets, except people who cyber harass. Nobody gets indicted for cyber harassment except usually the people who do cyber harassment. I mean, allegedly. It's just the whole thing. It's like nobody ever, it's just me. The deep state is on me. It's the government. The government of New Jersey is working with Michael Morrissey. That's the new Turtle Rider thing. Everything's a cover-up. Everything's a scam. Mike Crawford is a CIA Vatican assassin dog walker. He's been sent here to work with KP to lock Turtle Boy up. Literally, that's what they're saying now. But it's not because this guy just keeps recording himself saying stupid shit when he's not supposed to even talk about it. He's in deep shit. He just keeps digging the hole. Look at his face right now.
Statute. Okay.
Okay, let's go through how you broke the law.
This is the
probably,
statute.
allegedly. Look at us. Look at him right now.
All right. A person commits the crime of cyber harassment if, while making one or more communications in an online capacity, okay, done that, with the purpose to harass another, nope, with the purpose of journalism, but whatever. But this person either has to do one of these three things: threaten to inflict physical harm to any person. I've never threatened to physically harm.
I'm pretty sure I did that yesterday. Can you check? Have her check, because I think I did. As far as I know, I did that yesterday afternoon. I hope so. Or I undid somebody the wrong account. So let me know. Let me know. I think I did. I think I unblocked her.
This person especially, but anyone. Okay. Threatens to commit any crime upon the person or the person's property. I can't imagine that would be what they're pushing. And so I can only assume that we don't know, because the grand jury is sealed. We don't know what this was about, what was said. I can only assume it's got whatever convoluted things this individual told the grand jury or whatever. Again, I wasn't there. I don't get to talk in front of a grand jury. It's one-sided. There's no defense. So just they talk. We've seen what happens in Kearney with a grand jury. You see how easy it is to indict someone because it's one person who has tremendous influence down there because her father is a long-term attorney in that county, and so is her husband.
Sorry, bro. Not her tremendous influence.
Who's
Do you really think that friggin'
up here?
A prosecutor cares that her father was a judge or even knows? Come on. The problem you have is they know how to work this. They know how the system works. They know how to document your bullshit. That's the real problem you have, bro. And they know how to do legal filings. They know what the judges are going to go for. They know the law. That's your problem. It's not that she's well connected. It's who's behind her. She's got a law firm behind her, bro. And you do stupid shit, and they're just documenting it all. Not about who she's connected to. Everything's deep state to them. It's like, come on, bro.
Which we haven't.
You
seen
made it
the grand
easy for
jury
them.
testimony, but I bet good money that was mentioned to dirty me up. I'm guessing. Knowingly sends posts, comments, requests, suggests, or proposes any lewd, indecent, or obscene material. I have not sent any lewd, indecent, or obscene material to this individual. The only lewd material I've sent to somebody are people who, quite frankly, asked for it.
They asked for it. Huh. It's okay if they ask for it.
Certain. The
law doesn't count if they ask for it, folks.
That would come close.
How about that? You don't think that's helpful for them? Like, keep talking. I mean, somebody said in the chat, if he doesn't get locked up, if his bail doesn't get revoked in Massachusetts for this, he's protected. He's an informant. It could be he's an informant on himself. Like Cosgrove might. People have said this in the chat. I think it's worth noting. Cosgrove might just be like, this dude, every day he's out, he's informing on himself. So why do I want him locked up? He's recording himself, informing on himself. That's the crazy shit. He's informing on himself. So if he's an informant, he's probably an informant on himself. That's why he'd be protected. But Anthony from Ohio said his bail won't get revoked. I'd say he's got a chance of it being revoked. I'd say usually in this type of situation, I would expect a judge to probably put more restrictions on him. That's what I would expect. And probably take away his internet and say you aren't allowed on the internet anymore. If you go on the internet, we're going to lock you up. That's what I think they'll do. But I don't. In this case, actually, I don't think a judge is going to do that because the judges know this. He's going to go crazy if that happens. So they might just say, "Hey, F it. If we can't take his internet away because he's going to have drama about that, why don't we just lock him up?" I could see a judge saying that actually privately, but I don't know. The judge, we have no idea what this judge is going to do. It's all going to be the judge's discretion. They can lock him up. They can do nothing. They cannot have a hearing. So anything is possible. That's the thing. If I were him, I would just hate the uncertainty of it, not knowing. That's got to be killing him, actually. I'd rather know if I was going to be locked up or not. You know what I mean? Like, I just want to know.
To that would be
It's even worse
the
in
image
some
that was
ways.
sent to me by her of Paul O'Keefe half naked in the bathroom.
I don't think they'll do that, though. Do you?
Or
'Cause
about
he'll
a person
just-
with the intent to
He'll probably
emotionally
break
harm
that
a
immediately,
reasonable
number
person
one.
Or a reasonable person in fear of physical or emotional harm.
And you know it will create an uproar. People will go crazy over that.
This person. So I did not send. So I have no idea what it's about. I have no idea what she told, what lies were told to the grand jury. I can only imagine. So I have no more comment on this, but I'm going to defeat this. I always am going. It's just a matter of the road that gets there. How much time this.
Sorry. What do you think, JFK? If they do a bail review, what's a judge likely to do? I'd like to hear what you think on that. I haven't heard you speak on that. I'm sure you probably have in the last couple of days, but I just wonder what you think. Did I miss it? I think he did. Yeah. He said he's got good lawyers, though. I bet the lawyers are probably already in touch, too. They're probably already working it out, maybe, hopefully, for him. I don't know. There you go. YBE. This is what I'm talking about. You don't even need sources, really, on this one. You can just look back. YBE says, just looking at the Turtle Boy's article from October 8th, the lewd text messages he posted seems like that could be enough for some judges. It's an interesting comment. Anthony, do you really think, I'll just read it first. You all, in capital letters, can keep wishing, but the bail revoke won't happen. Number one, I'll say to that. Do you think everybody is wishing that his bail gets revoked? Are you that much delusional? You had to put all in like everybody, every single person. You don't think anybody here is like, I'm not wishing on anything on this. I'm on the safari. I'm on the Jeep. I'm watching the wild animals fight each other. Do you wish that the lion wins over the tiger? I don't. I'm just watching it. I'm commentating on it. JFK makes a good point. He does have some things going for him. JFK show off. That's what I like. We can be reasonable and non-biased and tell the truth. JFK says, well, he showed up to all his court dates. So he has that on his side. I mean, think about it. He has shown up. So the judge is going to be, well, this guy is cooperating to some degree. So he's not a flight risk. He shows up, but he violated, right? That's the problem. If they say he violated, and it's the same type of charges, right? It's this internet drama, cyber harassment. So who knows? I don't know. That's the thing. I have no clue. It could go either way. I think that's even the punishment right there for him, because he's got to be stressing, not knowing. I'd be if I was going to jail, I would want to know, like one way or the other, just so you can prepare for it mentally and even, you know, physically, like in terms of getting your belongings together and your life together and all that, right? I'd want to know. It's all so unnecessary too. This had nothing to do with Karen Reed. This didn't help Karen Reed. The only reason he got involved in this is because he wanted to go after Paul O'Keefe. He was mad at Paul O'Keefe. For what? That's the worst thing about this whole thing. That's what bothers me the most on this too. It was all just to go after Paul O'Keefe. Free Karen Reed. Let's attack Paul O'Keefe.
This takes up. Like how much money this takes up. Because now I have to have attorneys in New Jersey. This is what I need right now. I have a trial coming up in Massachusetts on December 7th. I have.
She did, but he weaponized it then, and he asked her to do things. It's pretty clear. Like she contacted me after. It was more to let me know what was going on. My first thought wasn't, I'm going to weaponize Paul O'Keefe. I'm going to get this lady. You know what I'm saying? Like, that is just kind of sick. No matter what their relationship between Paul and this woman was, the online relationship doesn't even matter. That's between them. Why get involved in that? It's just like ridiculous. Oh, you like it when I yeah, maybe that should be the fourth option, when I slick it back. Some people don't like that too. They're like, I don't like when he puts the gel in his hair. You like the gel look, huh? Yeah, some spray wax. That will be the next poll. Do you like it slicked back? Look at this chat today. You guys are here. You guys are here. You guys are all in tune with what's going on here.
Trial that has cost me over $300,000, right? And now on top of that, a person whose entire goal.
Maybe you should have listened to me, bro. Maybe you should have listened to me. For once in your life, maybe you should have listened to a friend. Like, for once, just once.
Throughout this whole thing and contacting me was to insert herself into this story, has lied repeatedly and sought me out and talked about me and harassed my attorneys. And God knows what they told a grand jury has gotten them to indict me for a crime in a state I don't go to. And I wasn't in. So we'll see what happens. I'm going to beat this, right? It's just a matter of the road getting there, right? No one else has to deal with this shit. Nobody else has to deal with this shit. Like, it's crazy. It's absolutely bonkers. Absolutely bonkers. So, all right. So I'm not going to comment on this.
He's not going to comment on it, but the next day he's going to comment on it.
The articles are written, you know. She offered to stop pursuing this in a tweet. She offered to stop pursuing this if.
Oh, I love that. I appreciate that. I appreciate that a lot. I love Lady Zelda. If you don't know, follow Lady Zelda. She is such a kind and like spiritual way. I'm not even into the tarot cards and all that. kind of witchy stuff, but when she does it, I like it. Like she's really good at it. So follow Lady Zelda. I just like her a lot. She did help raise money for my fundraiser. Full disclosure, when I was getting sued for defamation, it was a BS lawsuit. She helped raise money for me to win that lawsuit, defend myself. So I always will love Lady Zelda. And Lady Zelda says, Mike, you remind me of actor Alan Ruck. I've heard that before. I definitely have. That's not a bad comparison. You know, another one I used to get a lot in the like 90s was Goose from Top Gun. I used to get Goose. You know, he's the same actor that was the doctor in ER. What's his name? Anthony Edwards. I used to get that one a lot too. Alan Ruck. I wouldn't mind being Alan Ruck. Or either one of those guys. That's not bad. That's not bad for me. Other than being Janet Reno. Well, I mean, Janet Reno did go up against the cult, so I guess that's appropriate. Hopefully it doesn't turn out the same way. Please, we want a softer landing on that one.
Articles down about her. And because I didn't, this is the retaliation. So I don't know what else to say. So there's that. So let me read some turtle chats. Shall we? All right.
I think we could skip over the turtle chats, but I'm laughing at this one because LG is in the chat, and JFK says, if LG was a state trooper, is she against putting polos in the bag on Sundays at Macy's? Hey, it's time and a half. It used to be JFK. Like that's the thing. I used to be against that stuff, but when they took time and a half away from the employees on Sunday, I think it's okay now. I think it's like totally acceptable. Don't strike me. Don't get me in trouble. But I'm just saying, they took time and a half away from the employees, didn't they? Didn't they? Fuck Macy's. That's where I'm at. I don't know where LG's at. She's probably not good with that. But I'm just saying, for me, they took time and a half away. What the hell is that? Making people work on Sundays. Come on. Put them all in the bag. Put them all. When it's funny because when I was a kid, I wasn't much of a shoplifter except one time at Kmart. And the reason why was because this other dude who worked there was like, dude, there's no security. Just put these in your... The employee told me to do it. And guess what I took? I wasn't putting polos in the bag. There were no sneakers. You know what? JFK, think about what I was ripping off, allegedly, when I was like 15 years old from Kmart. What did they used to sell at Kmart? I think it was Bon Jovi, actually. I think that's how embarrassing this story. I think it was fucking Bon Jovi. I think it was the Slippery When Wet. It might have been Doc. I don't know. I'm trying to think who else. Maybe Keel? I don't know. JFK's taking the polos. I'm thinking the cassette tapes of Bon Jovi. Maybe Dio. It could have been Dio. I don't know. I'm trying to think who it was, actually. Who did I... That was the only time I was really a juvenile delinquent, when I stole music. I admit it. I admit it, people, from Kmart. We're admitting things today.
I have so many fucking windows open. All right, here we go.
Of course I stole music. That is so funny. Whew. Cassette tapes. Slippery When Wet. Yeah, I think that was the CD. It might have been the other one, 7,800 degrees Fahrenheit.
Other Mary B sends $5.
Yeah, it could have been Ron Keel, actually.
Take it from
Keel the band, though.
Take it
but you know Ron.
She says.
No, not even CDs. They were cassettes. They used to have the plastic thing.
Windows. Take it.
Slip the whole thing in my...
Where'd it go? Yeah. Take it from Randall. Just appease the cops and give them what they want by shutting up.
Oh, God. I got to zip over this. This is ridiculous.
Chris Maddie is gay and Mike farted. Yes.
Oh,
thank
God.
you very much. I should definitely listen to Randall.
Oh, God. See, they're obsessed with my... You know what I want to know? They're so obsessed with my farts. The fart jokes. Like, this is the level that we're dealing with fart jokes. But whose farts do you think stink the most if we're going to do fart jokes? Like the sound of it, I know it's supposed to be funny, but I think it's funny to... Whose farts actually smell? I look like Oscar the Grouch. Oh, my God. That's not nice. That one is that one I don't like. I'm not grouchy. Come on. He lives in a trash barrel. I live in a beautiful palace. Some dude said he wanted to see where I lived and checked it out. It's like, yeah, you'll see. It's pretty freaking nice, especially if you come inside. But I don't think I'm letting you inside, bro. Yeah, I was boosting the cassette tapes from Kmart. Yeah, yeah, I'm stealing Bon Jovi from Kmart, and friggin' JFK is boosting cars at 12 years old. I guess we had a different childhood. The most serious thing I did, the biggest caper, he stole Bon Jovi. He stole a Dio cassette tape. Fucking JFK's driving around in a fucking IROC, getting chased by cops. Oh man. Thank God my mother moved me out of the slums, JFK, because I probably would have gotten a car accident. I probably would have killed myself if I was doing that shit. You were probably a better driver at 12 than I would have ever been. Jesus Christ. Not today, Satan. Talk to me, Goose. Oh, Goose is here. Oh, Jules. Yeah, back in the 70s, 80s, 90s, Lynn was a wild place. It was a wild place. And I had friends and relatives that lived over there, so I used to go over there quite a bit, actually, but I didn't live there. It was different. Lady Zelda coming through. Oh my God. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Love it. You are so generous, Zelda, with your time and your show and the way. Thank you so much for being here today. Ah, yeah. There we go. Ms. 808 says Mike was in Kmart. JFK was in pursuit. We got an APB out. 12-year-old just stole an IROC. Mike's hair is best parted. 32% still voting on that. 25% like the new emo look. 20% say hat. 24% say needs a buzz cut. That's in third place. I should have done the slicked back hair with the grease. Add the grease. Some people like the grease look. John Travolta, grease, right? I gotta play a little more. I gotta go check on the dogs. I hear a little noise out there. I think it's my neighbor actually, but I just want to make sure the dogs are good. What the duck? Thank you so much. Look at all these memberships. You guys light it up for me now. 20 contributions already today. 21 if you count the Cash App too. I don't know how I'm gonna eat.
Amendment,
Gonna eat
which is
good.
at the core of our democracy. And so you're right. If they do it to me, if they can do it to
The core. Are you kidding me? This guy doesn't give two shits about the core of our democracy. Like, when has he ever given a shit about democracy? Come on. Crock of shit right there.
me, they can do it to anyone. They tried.
If they do it to me, they can do it to anyone who does cyber harassment like I allegedly do over and over and over and over again. Like, what is that? Thank you for the goals.
doing it to other people. Why do you think they didn't indict the Canton Nine or Rich Schiffer? Why do you think they dropped?
How do you think they didn't indict the Canton Nine or Rich Schiffer? Because they didn't have enough evidence. Because their actions weren't like yours. They didn't go over the line. That's why. Because there's a big difference between what they did and what you did. The Canton Nine went out and held a sign. What did you do, Aidan? Look into all the shit that you did. The word you used. It's not the same thing. That's why. It's clearly not the same thing. Especially with what you allegedly did in New Jersey.
all that because they don't care about them. No offense to those people, right?
Why is you getting indicted in New Jersey about Massachusetts? Like, the New Jersey people don't know anything about you. Nobody indicted you because you have your turtle boy and you're up against the Norfolk County DA. Nobody indicted you in Jersey because of that. If you get pulled over and they do a breathalyzer on you, and you get an OUI, are you going to turn around and say it's because, oh, they wanted to get me? I mean, this is similar. Like you're doing crazy shit, and then you're blaming it on, oh, it's Norfolk County. This is New Jersey. This isn't Norfolk County, bro. That's not going to work here. Wow, 1,500 joules. I've never seen that. This is the first time. I might have to do a dance for that one. That is amazing. Thank you, Mitzi. You're the first one I've ever seen to get the tube dancer. It's orange, 1,500 joules. Thank you so much for that. And I also got another gold coin from Lady Zelda. Thank you so much. And Not Today, Satan. Just raining memberships on us lately. Thank you so much. 10 Young Jerks memberships. Our memberships are way up. Like I said, we may have to do a private show soon.
They don't have YouTube shows with 164,000 subscribers or whatever. Okay, that's why they're not going after them.
I think that they were going to go after you no matter whether you had 1,000 or 160 something thousand subscribers on YouTube. I don't think it even, if you didn't have a YouTube show and you did the shit that is alleged, you'd still be getting charged in New Jersey. Like it has nothing to do with the fact the number of subscribers that you have. That's just like, that's nonsense.
Because they don't have the ability to get large crowds out there at the last minute and do shit like that.
So you're talking about Norfolk County again. Okay. He's talking about Norfolk County. He's not talking about what
I do. I have influence. And that's why they're coming after me.
Jersey or Norfolk County.
All right. Anybody else? Let me just refresh the turtle.
Is he confused or am I confused or are we all confused? Like, is he talking about New Jersey or is he talking about Norfolk County?
Darla sends $10, goes, love Turtle Boy. I appreciate that very much.
Thank you,
Darla.
JFK.
Thank you. I love you too. All right. Let me see what we have here. We got new members here. The Nasty Greek vote's a new member. Welcome aboard. You guys want to, you want to help out? You want to show your support for freedom of speech? Become a member today. Best way to do it. Easiest way to do it. Nan is a new member. Law and Disorder is a new member. Welcome aboard. Law and Disorder became a new member. And then
if you want to help us out, Turtle Boy's telling you, become a subscriber, a paid member of the Young Jerks if you want to help out the cause. He's telling you to help out. Look, here he goes. Kearney up here. He says he has the best New York attorneys available. Linda, Kenny, Bonin, and Betterow. Try listening to them. Cryfit. Invite them on your show. Betterow made you a lot of money. TBDS is real. You think they come on? Thank you for the engagement on Facebook, Kearney. Is that the real Kearney or is that like an imitation Kearney? Gold coin coming through. Thank you so much. Thank you for the silver star. I want to thank JFK. Jesus Christ. I can't, every time I blink, there's more coming through. You folks are so generous to me. This is amazing. Thank you so much. I can't even keep up with them. I can't. I'm trying to thank everyone. I want to thank you all. Thank you so much. If I blink, new ones come in. Look at that. 400 more joules. Unbelievable. Wow. Sassy, too. Look at this. This is just... We got to get to the content. I can't just be on Super Chats all day. Yeah, Turtle, that's all bullshit, too, especially for me. Like, I could give a shit. I just found my niche telling the truth about what's going on. People like it, so that's it. That's... If I didn't have that niche, I wouldn't even be... I'd check out from talking about him or thinking about him ever again. I'd be like most people. When he comes after them, they just disappear and never think about him again. That's what I would do if I wasn't doing a YouTube show. JFK's, oh, you better, I don't know. I hope you don't get doxxed. I hope people don't show up. JFK's currently on the Lynn Commons with 2 degenerates. That sounds fun. And a puppy watching Chimmy Speaks live streams. Maybe I'll show up. Maybe I'll show up and ask JFK some questions. How'd your arms get so big, bro? How much you benching? How much do you curl, JFK? Are you taking like the 45s or you go bigger? I imagine JFK's like fucking. He's got plates on just curls. All right, let's play a little more. If we can handle this.
10 other people, new members, actually made 15 people new members.
Oh God.
Congratulations.
Yeah, become a new
winners.
member of the Young Jerks right now. Yeah, I think we're done. Let's just stop this. Let's go to the next one. Let's go to the next crash out.
That's the thing. And I got a lot of shit going on. You know what I mean? So today's Friday, which means it's members only. And as you can see, it's not members only. However, the grift must continue. So I'm now going to set it.
He needs all your money, people.
only.
He needs all your money.
So if you're not a member,
Give me all the money,
$5 a month.
Turtle.
Go sign up for a membership, a cup of coffee, 1-day cup of coffee. You get membership for a full month out of that. You can't beat it. It's like 10 cents. So, done, members only. For more, if you want to stick what it is, like, how's everybody doing? Bus stop live check-in. Not from the bus
What's going on with this? A little wonky.
stop today because it's summer vacation, July 24th, 2026. We got a lot going on, obviously. Yesterday I announced that there's indictments or an indictment singular in New Jersey against me. And, there's not everything that's been put out there is already put out there. I'd like to note that I have not I don't know when the last time I mentioned this person even was, but, it's no secret that on January 30th, they contacted me and asked me and told me that they were in a relationship, with Paul O'Keefe. So the indictment is out. Hold on. And the indictment is out, and it comes from, it just says October 8th. Okay. October 8th is the day of the alleged crime or whatever it is. Okay.
Say he wasn't going to talk about this? Yeah.
That's it. So you can read, there was on October 7th, I talked about it on my show for like 9 minutes. And I don't know, you can go, it's at the timestamp of, if you want to see it yourself, I'm not going to replay it right now. But if you want to see it yourself, if you're just curious what it is, right, you can go. By the way, do I have the Turtle Chat linked in there? If anyone wants Turtle Chat's read, you can do that. Turtle Chat. Oh, Turtle Chat. Okay.
Now I know he's pulling my leg. JFK don't get drunk as a skunk. I don't believe that one.
I have no idea. These grand juries, it's in a behind closed doors, so you don't know what it even is. It says that Aidan Kearney, on October 8th, in the city of Linwood, County of Atlantic, and within the jurisdiction of this court, Aidan Kearney, while making a communication in an online capacity via any electronic device or through a social networking site with the purpose to harass another, did knowingly send, post, comment, request, suggest, or propose any lewd, indecent, or obscene material to or about the plaintiff with the purpose to emotionally harm a reasonable person or place them in fear of emotional harm. Okay, and we have another emotional harm thing here. Okay, did knowingly send, post, comment, request, suggest, or propose any lewd, indecent, or obscene material. Lewd, indecent, or obscene material. I did not post any or send any lewd, indecent, or obscene material. That's just untrue. It's just patently untrue. And this is the article on October 8th. I can show you the article if you haven't seen it. Okay. Can cover up 534. Okay. I'll just read it to you. It says, I published a story in February about Paul O'Keefe was using his brother's murder trial as a way to send hand signals to an online girlfriend who he told he had testified while under the influence of alcohol at Karen Reed's trial. Newsworthy. I don't care that he was cheating on his wife. None of my business. It was the fact that he was taking advantage of his brother's televised murder trial to signal his online mistress. Okay. Blah, blah, blah. That offended me. I wasn't sure what to make of the woman who initially reached out. She lived in New Jersey and didn't know what her intentions were. She had reached out to Paul and begun an online relationship with him, but for what purpose? At first, she told me, she led me to believe that she reached out to him because she felt bad for him, because she said that her sister died or something, and Paul's sister died, and they bonded over, her brother died, and she wanted to show compassion to him, okay? Only to find out that he was using his brother's murder to pick up chicks. And although that may partly be true, she may be even worse than he is, okay? And so I don't even want to talk about her, but these are the messages, okay?
I want to talk about her. There's a gag order on it.
Remember,
but I'm going to show her name. I'm going to show her pictures. I'm going to show her family again.
Okay. I have some things I wanted to share to you, but I'm worried about my identity.
They're worried that it got leaked about his indictment. Are you shitting me? This is what you're doing right now. Watch the end of this.
Nothing. I should call NK. Who's that? I think you'll feel better. Who's NK?
There's Kim, bro. He knows who it is.
She's a blogger, exactly. Like that's you want to talk about blogger? There we go. Oh, why would I reach out to her? She can reach out to me. I haven't spoken to her in months. I have no idea what happened. I have no idea. Did something happen last night? I have no idea. It's another good question. These are unavailable for Depot, but available for Gretchen Bloss.
Looks like there might be some insects getting in through that air conditioner, dude. You might want to tighten that up a little bit. Just saying. I can help you out if you need it. I can fill in that little gap there, bro, because I bet some bugs are getting in there.
All right, let me read some turtle chats. Elena in North Carolina says, so basically this woman is mentally ill.
He's going to go to war with Nurse Kim now.
With her is a cuck. Got it. I don't know.
Protected him. Let's be clear. After Nurse Kim sacrificed herself, basically. Ruined her relationship, I'm sure, with Karen Reed. Publicly took so much shit to lie for this guy. And now he's going to be mad at her because she's not vocal enough. And he's gonna sick this fucking clown, another clown from New Jersey, actually, a clown from New Jersey, probably the only clown from New Jersey. Let me rephrase that. But a clown who likes to go after women and pick on them online. That's who he's sending. He's sending his pink lemonade guy after her. You can see it. It's a play by design. He's already setting this up.
Relationship with her husband. She told me she was separated. Jules sends $10. Goes, sorry you have to deal with all these crazies and this crazy BS. Free Turtle Boy. Thank you, Jules. I appreciate that. Wish I didn't have to do this. Wish I could just do journalism, but they don't want to let me do that. Mia Sweetcake sends $10. Goes, I'm praying for you, Dr. Daddy. This is scary, but I have faith you'll be.
You know what? I gotta say this about Nurse Kim because I haven't always gotten along with her. Obviously, I blocked her for a while. Said a lot of shitty stuff about me, I think, and James, obviously. But I like that she did work it out with James, and then cool. And I also like the fact that if you really look into, why she says she basically lied for Aidan, he's got kids. That's why. And Nurse Kim has, a heart. And you can't hate that. You can't hate that. So let's be fair on both sides. No matter where you stand on Nurse Kim, it is a valid reason to lie for somebody. I would, especially, not saying I would have done it. She doesn't deserve whatever he's going to try to do to her, though. Let's just be clear.
Free. I support you in every way that I can. I hope so. I mean, I don't know what Nurse Kim said. I like Purple Kool-Aid's my guy. He supports me 1,000%. He's got my back, and I hate to see him get
My back. He'll do whatever I tell him to do, including go after Nurse Kim. I don't know what you guys are talking about, even though I'm backing this dude who's a nobody over Nurse Kim, who's got a lot of followers and a lot of women that support her and has talent, does a good show. That covered for me during the most tense times. But now I'm going to throw her under the bus because she's not giving me enough love. How dare she make comments?
The bus. I have no idea what was said. She did text me the other night. She saw me in his chat. She was mad about it. I didn't write back to her. I'm like, I can go.
I'm not talking. I'm not actually defending her.
I'm not going to be chat.
I'm not talking shit about Nurse Kim.
Someone's chat and I talk. It doesn't mean
if you listen to what I'm saying, I would say I'm more defending Nurse Kim. And I think some of the people in the chat maybe don't like it because some people have, still a grudge against Nurse Kim. But if anything, I'd say I'm defending her. She doesn't deserve shit. She doesn't deserve to get. Nobody deserves to get piled on by this guy, especially when you just tried to defend the guy, and you kind of ruined your reputation a little bit. I mean, it's not the end of the world, but you know what I'm saying. Like, she went out of the way to support this guy. Like, she went out of her way to defend him on the wiretap, and she has a reason for it. She wanted to protect his family, his kids. You can't hate that. So if anything, I'm defending her. And I just, I'm not going to say I love every action or whatever, but I'm also like, it is what it is. A lot of people have been put in tough spots here. And she definitely doesn't deserve whatever he's going to try to do to her next. And there's like 8 sides to every story that we don't even know either. Like when I'm saying this stuff, and I know these people and I know more about it than most people, I still don't know. So even when I'm saying stuff about this, we don't know. But I just know that she doesn't deserve this. And it's just sick that they're going to send a mob after her now. So yeah, I'm supporting Nurse Kim on that. Definitely.
Who I want to and say anything. And she texted me very mad that I was in Purple Kool-Aid's chat. I haven't spoken to her in months, I feel like.
I don't believe that.
And I don't know what to say. Like, I can go in anyone's chat I feel like going in. Doesn't mean she goes in Jess Machado's chat and she says plenty of shitty stuff about me. I don't message her saying, why are you in the chat? I'm not doing that. That's stupid.
He's not going to do it now. He's going to wait till his case is. Then he's got a list. She's on the list now. She's on the shit list right next to Kryford and JFK and LTL.
You know what I mean? It's like, don't, I don't know what to say. I don't know. Like a month or so ago, I guess, she went on there and talked about the recording again for some reason, as if I need that in my life right now. But, and I just didn't give me a heads up or anything. So I'm like, well, I'm not going to say shit about it. I don't care.
You don't care. then why don't you just say purple Kool-Aid? You listen to everything I say. This woman backed me, took a lot of hits for me. If she wants to remain silent, let her be silent. Leave her the F alone. Why don't you just say that? Why don't you just say, leave Nurse Kim alone? I support Nurse Kim. I like Nurse Kim. Why don't you just say it?
I don't care. I have much bigger shit to worry about than that. Like, I know who's in my corner and who's not. I know who's got my back and who's not. I know who's in this for the right reasons and who's not. Like, that's pretty, I'm focused.
He's focused on who doesn't like him. That's what he's focused on. He knows who's got his back. He's picking pink lemonade. He's picking a clown from New Jersey over Nurse Kim. Picking all the wrong people. I mean, nobody on anything in life would pick pink lemonade over Nurse Kim. Whether you look at looks, brains, success, YouTube presentations, who you want to hang out with. Like, is there anyone that would pick purple Kool-Aid, pink lemonade, and anything like changing a battery? I'd still pick Nurse Kim. I'd pick Nurse Kim for the man stuff. I'd be like, I trust Nurse Kim to mow the lawn before pink lemonade does. Like, even that man shit, that we're supposed to do, taking out the trash. I'd pick Nurse Kim. I think that she would be more dependable, even on the man shit, than pink lemonade. I mean, is there anything in this world that you would pick pink lemonade over a Nurse Kim? If you're rational, if you're smart, if you're paying attention. Not even close. If I did a poll right now, who would you pick to hang out with, to have a coffee with? I guarantee 99% are going to pick Nurse Kim. Yeah, and she's also like that. She's also got the medical information. And she's also got that kind of worldview. Like, beyond just the info, it's also, so when somebody's a nurse, that means something. It's a service. I would pick Nurse Kim all day. I'd pick any RN, actually, over pink lemonade. Like you'd have to be like that lady in Misery for me not to pick you. I think she was a nurse. But, like that. Otherwise, you're picking the nurse. And Nurse Kim over, not even a question. And let's even talk about, like, relationships and network. Nurse Kim has a much better network of people behind her, too. Like, even if you consider the Barstool people and all of that, she's got a better following. Not even close. And this guy's picking pink lemonade, and there's a reason, because he's his hitman. He'll go after anyone Turtle tells him to go after. It looks like Nurse Kim is the next one.
Period.
Yeah, he doesn't even he can't even keep a YouTube channel.
Trial coming up.
I mean, think about that. Nurse Kim has kept her YouTube channel going. Nurse Kim still has a lot of followers. Pink Lemonade started a lot after Nurse Kim, and he couldn't even keep his YouTube channel up from getting not just demonetized, but removed from YouTube. Like, that's not a guy you want to back. It's not a guy you want to pick over Nurse Kim. It's unreal. And who do you think's raised more money for Aidan Kearney? Do you think I'm pretty sure Nurse Kim's raised some money for Aidan Kearney. I know she raised a lot of money for Karen. She was one of those fundraisers. A lot of fundraisers she was on. Not even a question.
As soon as I saw that, I'm like, I'm not responding to this. I have nothing to say to this. Nothing. I don't know if people probably assumed I would respond and lash out. Not going to happen. Don't care. Don't care. If other people want to talk about recording gate 10 months after the fact, knock yourself out. I will not participate in that. Period.
He's not mad, though. He's not mad. He's definitely not mad, though, guys. He doesn't care. He's not mad.
Right. Anybody else got anything?
Anybody else got anything?
Because I got to get going.
There we go. Okay, let's go. I'm busy. I got a big day ahead of me.
Last
I'll be
one,
sitting on the
folks.
couch responding to people on Twitter. Let's go, kids. Let's go, class. I gotta go. I'm busy. I got a lot of shit to do today. Okay.
Yeah, we got a couple more.
Yeah, we got a couple. We got a couple more super chats. Hurry up, because I gotta go. Gotta be $5 minimum.
Here, Helena sends $20. Goes,
Oh, God.
We'll get through this, Turtle Boy. Love and some joy. Yeah, every fucking day. It's a lot, man. Every day.
This is it. It's every day.
Well, thank you guys very much. You know, it's not easy.
This is the funny part. This is where you totally see the crash out. It's so hard to be Turtle. All these people are out to get me. I haven't done anything wrong. I've never done anything wrong. It's never my fault. It's so hard to be me.
Being a turtle sometimes. We just wake up to this shit every fucking day. It's
Every fucking day. They're after me. In New Jersey, they're plotting. In New Jersey, they've been watching the Karen Reed trial. The prosecutors are out to get me. They're McAlberts in New Jersey.
man, every day.
Come on, bro.
Lawsuits, fucking whatever. I'm gonna get through it. I have no choice. I have 2 kids. I have to fucking get through this for them. Period.
You didn't think about that last October when I told you, when I warned you, did you? I was an asshole. How dare I give you any advice? Your life is bang up. Mine sucks.
Yeah,
I'm
we got
getting
a couple more here. Helena sends $20. Goes.
let's watch that again.
2015. Good came from bad. Free turtle in the trap. Well, thank you guys very much. You know, it's not easy being the turtle sometimes.
It's so
We just
hard.
wake up to this shit every fucking day. It's a lot, man. Every day.
A lot.
Lawsuits, fucking whatever. I'm gonna get through it. I have no choice. I have 2 kids. I have to fucking get through this for them. Period. But it's a lot. It's a lot.
It's a lot. Pray for him. Pray for him. Cry for Turtle. Send more money. Not fair. It's just not fair. Everyone's out to get him. The world is so mean. Riffin's being so mean to me. He's replaying my shit now. He's making fun of me.
All right. Anyway, I'm gonna get going. I got a lot of work to do, man. A lot of work to do.
He's got a lot of work to do. He's got to get on Twitter now. And he's got to fire up his burner accounts. He's got a lot of work to do today. He's out. He's got to go, folks. He's very busy. He's sitting on his couch all day. He's really busy fighting with people on Twitter. He's got to go watch Cryford and LTL and Nan and JFK. He's got to catch up. He's behind. He's got to make sure he's keeping up with what everyone's saying about him. Just watch this again. He's got a busy day ahead of him.
All right. Anyway, I'm gonna get going.
Anyway.
I got a lot of work to do, man.
Anyway, a lot of work to do.
We'll see you tomorrow night. All right. Peace to you, Bone Crease. Outie.
Peace. All right, Turtle Riders. All right, Turtle Riders. All right, Turtle Riders. Okay, gotta go. I'm so busy on the couch. So busy on that couch. It's the video. I can't even get rid of the video. I'm like, where is this video? There it is. All right. I guess I'm going to start with a little. This was yesterday. This was Twisted Tragedy. Twisted Tragedies. Untwisted Tragedies, actually. She rebranded. Excuse me. Untwisted Tragedies. Let me say that right. Attorney Nan Gallagher was on there yesterday. I figure we'll play a little of this. I want to hear. I haven't really heard it. I heard a few minutes of it. So I don't know what she's going to say. I don't know if anything that I'm going to disagree with or take shit from. But I don't really give a shit. I like Nan. And she's telling her truth. And whether I agree with it or I disagree or I think it's too much, whatever. I like Nan. And she's on fire lately. And she has no F's to give. And they make her so mad because of who she is. So we're going to play it. And people seem to like it. Anytime I put Nan on the screen or even her voice, they love it. What do I need to stop? Don't you want to hear the truth? Are you allergic to truth, Bonnie? What do you want me to stop? If you want me to do something, you should probably like offer me cash money, maybe. Like, why would I stop doing this? This is how I make my money. I made a lot of money this week. It's one of the best weeks in quite a while, actually. So you may say I sound ridiculous, but people are sending me money because they actually value the content. So I don't know, Bonnie. What would you do if you were in my shoes? If you have hundreds of people sending you money to cover this niche because you have a unique perspective and you know all the characters and you have sources, what would you do? Would you not take the money? Would you not do something that people value? I don't think so, Bonnie. I think you'd be doing exactly what I'm doing. I'm just covering this. I don't know why it upsets you. I tried to warn him. I tried to protect him. He didn't want help. So now I'm just covering it. I'm just covering it honestly. I don't know why that is an issue, why that's my problem. But we'll move on. Let's watch this.
And that's what the judge is just like, well, citing, because of course the FAC, when the judge says the FAC, he's citing in quotations on it what it said in that, like what the argument was for that. And so he's citing that, like, Aidan argued in his anti-slap that, well, he was petitioning the government on behalf of Karen Reed, right? So Aidan kind of threw Karen under the bus a little there and was like, well, I did it for her. Duh.
Yeah.
Like,
you know, and you bring up a good point, which I had jotted down just a handful of notes when I was listening to you read the Karen Reed part, which I want to hit because this issue comes up in my mind frequently. Aidan really did throw Karen under the bus a bit in this motion. And by doing that, and now I'm speaking as an FKR person, so everyone needs to take my opinion through my lens. By throwing Karen under the bus a bit, or impliedly, what Aidan has done is he's now put Karen in a position where, for at least partially, this judge is saying, you know, there's potential aiding and abetting here. You know, what if you've given information or used Mr. Kearney as a conduit of, you know, a mule, so to speak, to kind of propagate your version of events.
Yep.
Which I know you and I disagree on, like, but to propagate your version of events, well, then the judge is making Aidan and Karen adversarial to one another. And Aidan did that in his motion. And the problem with that, and this goes back to some of Aidan's activities dating back to the fall of 2025 and thereafter, which he's obviously, I think we've all noticed, he's kind of stopped doing that. But he made himself back in the fall very adversarial to her, ranging from calling her the C word to telling her to get a job to directly interfering with and competing with her fundraiser. Like, do we all remember? Out of spite, like that word has a whole new meaning on that side of the camp. It's like, oh, spite streams and spite, you know, petties and spite comments. Like, he did that out of spite. And I'll never forget that week, because that fundraiser, which for Karen, which was going to be held on, I believe it was a Friday evening, this is my opinion. It was clear to me that Aidan couldn't handle that. That was when he
can't handle anything.
Right.
He was the jealousy. Like, let's talk about that for a second, right? Because I fully believe, and this is obviously my opinion, I fully believe that part, and I've went through this myself with him, so I know, like, from my own experience, like, he gets very jealous very easily. Very, 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 very easily. Okay. One of his biggest problems with me way back was people kept saying to him, why don't you have Elise on? We like her. We like her show. We like her. She's smart. Like, and he lost it, dude. He was people are sending me the screenshots of like him ranting in text about how dare they tell him how many viewers I'm getting and how dare I, have that many viewers, and like how dare these people, bother to like me, and maybe he will just have me on if all these people are begging, but it'll be on his show and it won't be double streamed because he needs to make the money off of it, right? Like that's weird as fuck, number one. Number two, as the smallest channel of all the channels, like I always allow the other party to link it so it's on their stream too, so that their viewers can donate to them. Like as a small channel, it's important. Like how else are we going to survive, right? Like, but Aidan only cares about those things, right? He cares about numbers. He cares about what people say to him. So if somebody's like, "Oh, we love Nan," that gets him, right? So I fully believe his attacks on Brian, on Mike, on you, on many of the anti-free Kearney people. A lot of them are ingrained in a weird jealousy thing where like he needs to feel like the most important and be the most important. And if other people are expressing interest in other people, he needs to get rid of that, right? Like away from him.
Oh, no, I agree. Like you're such an astute reader of people, because I agree. And that particular week, he, in his little tongue in cheek, trying to be coy, but extremely transparent way was like, I don't know. I'm going to have to have a fundraiser, and I don't know what day of the week it's going to be, we'll figure it out. And he was kind of coy about it. And then in the last set of hours, like
it was an intervention. That's what he called it, an intervention. That's it.
Yeah. So I mean, then suddenly it's the same night as hers, and then conveniently his started like after she went on and gave her segment of her fundraiser. So this type of behavior from Aidan, post dating an alleged unlawful wiretap of her, which I have my own theories as to why he did that, which I'll keep to myself for now, and I think we all do. Yeah. But by doing that, he has made an adversary of her. And I can tell you all, as a litigator, both civil, criminal, and administrative, that the worst position for any defendants in civil actions or criminal actions, or we sometimes call them respondents, to be in is when they start becoming adversarial to one another or pointing the finger.
Because then it's just a this, right?
That's
like,
right.
No, this one did it, that one did it. No, this one did it. No, that one did it. And then at that point, it started to like, and Aidan started that. He's like, well, I was, petitioning the government for Karen. So now, right, if I'm Karen's team, right? Now I have to be like, well, hold on a second. He wasn't just petitioning the government for us. We didn't just, you know what I mean? Like this is the argument I would make if I was their team, being objective here, knowing that I'm an anti, right? If I'm them, I'm arguing that I went to him as a media source because nobody else would take me. And so he was the only one who was willing to talk about the story. And so that's why I went to him. If he chose to not tell his audience that I was the source, that's his problem, right? But he wasn't just addressing the government for just me. He was doing it, quote, for himself, because government corruption and all is what he's claimed over all this time, which part the judge points out is not even part of this, right? And that's part of Aidan's problem is keep whining about government corruption and John O'Keefe. None of that is part of why you're being sued, bud.
That's right. And by kind of saying that, hey, I did this for Karen, he is committing himself to a legal position. So, this judge is signaling to him that, that's not really a good position defense-wise for you to be in. And I'm letting you all know it's not even for his criminal defense, which is why when you were when I was listening to you read the Aidan Kearney part as I was picking up my son from camp, and I apologize, my landscapers have just shown up outside of my mansion, surrounded by my moat and my convertibles. So now all of my lowly peasants are here to mow my royal lawn. But if the background noise gets too bad, let me know. But
I can't hear it.
It'll escalate just a little bit shortly. But when you put yourself in this position like Aidan has, where he says, I did this for Karen, well, he's committing himself to that story. And that's
and
why
that's it. Like, that's the only story he's going to get. Because then you change it later on, and the judge is like, whoa, 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 hold on a second. That's not what you said. What you said was this. So, like, now are you changing your argument?
correct. And what I don't think, and this is where I go back to what I was saying to Nina yesterday and Meredith MLF yesterday on the spaces, like when you commit to a position, you're locked in. So not only could a judge be like, well, wait, are you changing your tune? What happens is he can go before a jury on his criminal trial or on his civil trial, which won't be for years from now, to be honest.
It's gonna be a long time.
And then if he deviates from these positions he's taken, that I did this for Karen, he's going to get cross-examined, and they're going to show him, either parts of his streams or tweets, whatever, wherever he's taken this position, they'll show him pleadings where he's taken this position, and he'll get cross-examined and potentially impeached based on credibility. And the worst position he can be in is for any attorney, be it a prosecutor or a civil plaintiff's attorney, to be like, well, which is it? You said this one day, you said this another. You said on this stream you were petitioning the government. And I go back to what I said yesterday to Nina and Meredith MLF. I'm like, he doesn't have an appreciation for the fact that, like, his lawyers, I have to believe his lawyers are telling him to shut the fuck up. If they're not,
I have to believe that too. But I also believe, I was listening to you yesterday, and I agreed with you too when you said they probably have already told him to shut the fuck up, and at this point have stopped, right? Because how many times are you going to tell your client not to do something before they start doing it? But what usually happens, as you pointed out, and I've pointed out a billion times, is what usually happens when a client is adversarial or not listening to your legal advice and they're hurting their own case, is that you say, I can no longer represent you because you are destroying your case. You're not taking my legal advice. And in good conscience, I have no defense left for you. You're going to have to find someone else to take this now. Right?
Yes. So I just sit there and I go, I don't get it. Like, shut your mouth. You're making it worse. And I know Nina, I think it was Nina, someone was saying, well, maybe his bail won't get revoked in Massachusetts because Cosgrove might just want him out, out and about in the free world.
His mouth.
Yeah. Right. Like that's why I posted.
That's a good point. And I take that point to, like, let him have enough rope to just hang himself, And it's like, that's part of, like, his thing is he has no self-awareness or, like, conscious thinking of doing anything. Everything is out of spite, revenge, anger. Like, he never thinks anything through, right? Before he does it. It's just all, let's be honest, right? Let's see, where is it? Just Peggy's very large super chat, which I never get, as you know, like that alone is going to send him over the fucking ridges, bro. Like right over the goddamn ridges. Like he's going to lose his ever-loving fucking marbles, bro. Like I'm getting a whole petty. It's happening. I'm breaking the interwebs again.
Oh yeah, we'll break the internet. That's why I put like a very tongue-in-cheek tweet out there. You'll love this, Elise.
Breaking the interwebs.
I put I'll be popping on with Untwisted Live shortly to give my off-the-cuff, non-TBDS laden thoughts after hearing a bit about the anti-slap motion decision. I love not having to be a content creator or simply reading pleadings and getting, quote, outraged to a filtered camera. It's so liberating.
I love it. I love it so much.
Shit. But, on that point, it's like, people are like, oh, she's trying to be relevant. I'm not trying to be relevant. But if you
She was relevant because she gives good commentary. She gives her opinion. She's got a legal analysis. It's really good. I did just post Elise the link to this stream, so if you want to watch it all, but I appreciate it if you go over there and give it a like and subscribe to her if you like what you hear. So you can find Elise Untwisted Tragedies. I just posted it in the chat.
I don't need to try to be relevant. I am relevant. I'm relevant to the people that I care about and the people that care about me, and that's only the people I need to be relevant to.
That's right. And if they don't like what I'm using, they extremely broadly. If they don't like what I have to say, Don't watch. It's my First Amendment right. I have the legal training to do it. And guess what? If you don't want me spewing like this, don't piss me off, because
Right.
now I'm thinking the same thoughts I always would. They haven't been impacted by things I've been going through,
Nope.
but I'm not going to be quiet about it anymore. So,
Oh
you
my God,
know,
look at the
fine. I
hands.
was okay being quiet. The minute you start taking shots at me, I don't have to be quiet anymore.
Yeah, that was the minute I was done a
Fucking
long time
seagulls
ago.
today.
It's my constitutional right, which all of the fucking hypocrites who still choose, and uninformed, who still choose to follow Aidan Kearney on this matter, which, you know, you're free to do. It's your right. But if you guys don't realize that I'm exercising the same First Amendment rights that Aidan is saying he has, and that all of you have, and that's why you're paying money to him, you should be cheering at the fact
All right, I'm
that
gonna stop it there
exercising my
for now.
rights. So
Right?
In terms of this little interview that Nan gave with Elise on Untwisted Strategies, you want to watch it all? Go over to her channel, check it out. Just a little taste of it. That was yesterday. There was also look at this here. Oh my God, look at me! Look what they did to me. They've got me so upset. I had to change my hairstyle. It's all about the hair now. Now I'm flock of seagulls. I got a poll. We'll hit the poll in a second. I'm gonna play this one. This is Brian and Nan. She really went off on this one. If you don't want to be, I don't know. I don't even know how to say it. If you don't want to be riled up, you might not want to watch this. This might not be for sensitive ears. Some people might not be able to handle this. I'm just giving you a warning. Nan has no more F's to give.
Point of Machado, I agree.
Yep.
If she's got it, she should spill it.
Mhm.
But Jess Machado has also said about you, oh, there's so much I could say, but I'm not going to say it. I call bullshit. Fake
Well-
news. There's nothing other than she thinks, oh, he talks a lot of shit about other creators. You guys all,
We
to
all
some
did it for
degree,
like 2 years.
everybody, and they still do it. And
Yeah.
they still do it. And as Mike says, we've realized who the real ones are now. And that's
It took a
kind of
while, I
like
think.
taking out the trash.
Yeah, but I saw this shit, after trial 1, and the whole thing was, going to that first Karen Reed fundraiser down in Fall River when it was like, like 90% of her friends, 95% of her friends, and I knew when I walked into that room and no one turned to me and said anything, I knew there, and I kind of started getting the vibe early before that, but I knew. I even said, wait till the Wilbur, wait till after the Wilbur. And
You
look
did
what
say that.
happened.
And
Look what
and
happened.
I want to validate that, Brian. I'm sorry to interrupt you,
No,
but
it's all right.
I really want people to know that you were telling me privately. You're
Don't
like,
go near that Wilbur.
wait till after the Wilbur. We say Wilbur on my planet, but wait till after it. And you were damn right. And you didn't really know something in particular, but you had like your
Had a
sixth
feeling.
sense.
Yeah.
And boy, did that kick in.
Because there's
And
no
now-
way because there's no way you can get a room full of assholes in a room and something not happen. And that's exactly what happened. And I knew it would.
Exactly what happened.
I knew that someone would fuck something up, or like that crew afterwards would start interfighting.
Yep.
It wasn't close. It wasn't quite that, but that was the whole alleged Karen recording came out of that. Yeah.
That is, and what they don't seem to realize is that while some of them align for now, for whatever reasons and whatever motivations, that is fleeting. The minute any one of them shows any form of disloyalty or questions orders or expectations from above, you're easily disposable. And that's why when they don't create content and they don't focus on other things and they simply just suck the marrow out of the Karen Reed civil case now, all the while.
They didn't want to do it. Remember?
Right.
They didn't want to do it when it started. We were we were getting trashed for doing it. Don't fundraise for her. What does she need money for her civil defense? But look who's popping up now and doing all these fundraisers for their civil defense. It's okay if they do it, but can't help Karen out.
Could shit all over every single one of them. Shit on Karen Reed's fundraising. Just so your audience hears, every single one of them shit on Karen Reed's fundraising, and also spoke things about her in different forms, some really bad and others like, oh, if she would just come forward and speak, and oh, you know, she's the reason that the movement fell apart. All of that negative connotation that developed as to Karen Reed is exactly why this movement fractured. That and things of which maybe we're not going to speak of tonight, which, you know, some activity that may have moved the needle as far as two individuals involved, and maybe there was a recording or not. You know, it sure looked bad. All of that fractured this movement. And you guys, the good guys, not the gutter Muppets, have done nothing but support. You've done nothing but bring awareness or stepped away from talking about it as a courtesy to Karen and as a self-preservation measure, you know, for your own mental health and other reasons. So, like, I'm sick of the bullshit. I specifically wore this t-shirt tonight, Be Kind of a Bitch, because we're done. We're done taking it. And to anybody, and I've seen a couple comments in your chat, to anybody who's like, oh, you guys are, you know, fostering the drama. Fuck yeah.
Well, watch the fucking. Like, here's the funny thing about that, though. And like, you know, even stuff like this. And I get it. I get
the one's doing it now.
Someone was just popping up.
That's funny.
That
is funny.
Like, I can't watch it.
That is funny that we're the ones doing it now. I want to thank everybody who's donated today. We have 43 super chats already. It's amazing. Miss 808 made a post here and said he's interviewed Senator Ed Markey. Oh, she's talking about me. She says he's interviewed Senator Ed Markey, which is true. Representative Ayanna Pressley, Representative, these are U.S. Congress members. U.S. Congress member Ayanna Pressley, Barney Frank, Mike Capuano. I think there was one more too. Who's the other one? 1, 2, 3. There was a fourth one. Oh, and Seth Moulton. You missed Seth Moulton. You got them all, actually. Yeah, I've interviewed U.S. Senator Ed Markey, 4 U.S. Congress people: Ayanna Pressley, Barney Frank, Mike Capuano, and Seth Moulton. All 4 of them, all from Massachusetts. All 5 of them, Massachusetts. And also, I've interviewed former U.S. Attorney Rachel Rollins twice. Actually, she's a former DA as well. And it says former Governor Deval Patrick. I really didn't interview him. I did ask him a couple questions on the radio. Big show, Dan Ray. It's a talk radio show in Boston. Had him on the show, and I asked him some questions. I did that actually with another congressman, Stephen Lynch, as well. I think that was on Dan Ray's show. I know Stephen Lynch was on. I asked him some questions on Dan Ray's show. Governor Patrick, I think it was on Dan Ray's show. It might have been on Bill and the Marjorie show there, Jim and Marjorie. But I did ask him some questions. I wouldn't call that an interview with the former governor of Massachusetts, Deval Patrick. But I did ask him some questions on the radio, definitely. Thanks for pointing out my history. Thank you. All right, let's get back to this.
Anymore, but you're fucking here and you're watching. And the funny thing is, this is what I don't get about those people.
Oh yeah, Governor Gary Johnson, that was another one.
So blind.
See, every single one of the names you named so far was a Democrat, but there was also Governor Gary Johnson. I did an interview. He was a Republican, libertarian from New Mexico. He was the one early on that wanted to decriminalize cannabis. That's what we had in common. So I did interview him back in the day. He was also a libertarian presidential candidate a couple times. Former governor of New Mexico, Gary Johnson. I did also interview him. Trying to think, there were some other libertarians too. I asked Ron Paul a couple questions outside of a rally. I never formally interviewed him though. But yes, Gary Johnson, actually, it was an interview. Afro Man, yeah, that was fun. Yes, Shannon O'Brien, the former treasurer of Massachusetts, Cannabis Control Commissioner chair. She's been on the show. I'm friends with her, actually. I text with her often. She's also the Democratic primary winner for governor at one point. Shannon O'Brien, yeah, she's also been on the show. And Diana DiZoglio, the auditor. We can keep going. There's been a lot of electeds and politicians that have had interviews with me. But let's just, enough about me. It sounds like bragging. Let's just continue.
That we're the ones that are doing this. Are you fucking serious? Like, I know
Bob
what
LaBelle.
channels
You know
watch.
all my
It
big
gives me
guests.
The metrics of
That's
the
way
channels that
back.
you guys watch.
Right.
So don't fucking tell me that you're not listening to Will.
Yeah, I hooked Bob LaBelle up, actually. He came into the studio. We did a sit-down interview. We did a professional recording of it. And he got hooked up. He's, you know, I haven't talked to Bob LaBelle in a while. I know he has a podcast again. He's a Hall of Fame sportscaster. People love him. I love him. Why can't we get players like that? Remember that? He's had a lot of issues, medical issues, especially with his back and pain. And when he came into the show, the biggest thing is, do we have an elevator? Because it was on the 3rd floor, and he could not take stairs. He was on a walker, basically. His back, he got so much pain. But we hooked him up that day. He left there with a bunch of cannabis edibles, definitely. That was back in the day. We hooked Bob LaBelle up with all the cannabis hookups back then. He's a good guy. I like Bob LaBelle.
All day long, or Aidan say stuff all day long, or Nurse Kim say shit about me all day long. Like,
Yep.
And that's a fucking weird thing.
Yeah,
either.
he was a good
I haven't
athlete, too.
acknowledged her in like 2 fucking years, and she was saying stuff about me the other day.
I actually think that's what killed him the most about having the back injuries, that he couldn't golf. I specifically remember him saying that. That's what crushed him. He wanted to get out on that golf course again. I think he even might have still gone out there too. Like, I think that's how much of a golfer he is somehow with his walker.
Who are you? Like, don't you have things to do? I don't fucking know what you do. Like, you clearly don't cover Karen. You clearly don't fucking pull up. You don't do any requests. You don't do FOIA requests. You don't do anything. You sit there and you're another shit
let me know
too. And I honestly, man, I think these people put a facade out and couldn't fucking wait for this very moment. Like, all right, we're gonna get in it. We're gonna put this facade up. Like, we're here for justice and we care. But they were salivating for the fucking moment to pop up and just start talking shit about everybody.
Yeah,
that's it.
I mean, it's very predictable, and now they're all in some way, shape, or form turning on one another. It all.
I told
it's
you
like
that. I told you it was going to happen. The sharks start eating the sharks.
Yep. So they really do. And you know, what is it? If you swim with the sharks, you're going to get bit. So as far as I'm concerned, I'm done with this. I know you are too. And to anybody in my presence who's going to say things like, oh, stop with the drama and let's move on, you might get a fuck you from me.
Maybe
I'm just letting you know now.
They should tell their girlfriends that run those other channels to stop with the drama, because
that's a good point.
Honestly, my channels, listen, whatever they've done to my channel has been and gone, and it's already happened. I went down 4,000 subs. I got it back.
We don't care anymore.
I went down another 3,000. I got it back. I still build my channel. Still grabs
7 watching.
Gets subs.
You think so? Talk
about that. They say that
this is funny. They're talking about one of our Facebook feeds. Only 7 watching. Oh, that's only one of the Facebook feeds, by the way. There's more on Facebook than that watching. But yeah, we have about 1,100 people watching us right now. So only off by like 1,100. Only off by 1,100, Lisa. That sucks, huh? That sucks when you're really dumb. Duh, Lisa. Only only making like a couple thousand a week, like who the hell wants to make a couple thousand a week, people? I mean, come on. I mean, that's basically what these people are saying. They're so friggin' stupid.
There's no views, but you don't know how much money I'm making. Like, I'm still making plenty of fucking money off all my platforms if you want to go there with that.
Yeah.
Like, I'm fine. Like, you don't realize I have an archive of stuff that goes back to 2021
thousands of episodes.
Constantly makes money on this channel. Like,
and as far as your archive is concerned,
and who fucking cares? Like, I don't have to discuss my money with you. I don't have to discuss anything with you. Like,
by
that's
the
my
way,
business.
I concur on that. I don't need to discuss my money with any of these assholes
None of your fucking
or
business.
motivations behind my money or why
Right.
I make super chats. But speaking of your archive and even Mike's archive, JFK's, and his group. Like, your archives have actual substance to them.
Substance.
Think about move forward 5 years and then say, am I proud of what I put together? And I have said this before, I will say it again. Brian is the most exceptionally substantively prepared content creator whom I've had the honor of being on his program, and I have kissed a lot of frogs.
You upset me. I loved it, actually, Lisa. I loved it. Sincerely, I loved it. Sincerely. I quite enjoy that you folks are still talking about my numbers while I'm very happy about my numbers. My numbers are up. Ask my friends. Ask Brian if I'm happy about my numbers right now. He knows. I'm very happy about the numbers. So thanks you for reminding me how difficult it did get for a few weeks. You guys almost thought you destroyed us, didn't you? Oh, but we're back. Oh, look. People are watching Mike again. Every time he goes live, there's 400, 500, 1,000 people watching him. What are we going to do? What are we going to do if he doubles again like he just doubled again and doubled again and doubled again over the last 3 weeks? What are we going to do if he does it again next week? Holy fuck. We better throw everybody at him. Let's get the comedian. Let's get the healthcare worker. Let's bring out everybody. Let's get them all after Mike. Let's go after his hair. Oh my God. It's fun. I am actually quite enjoying this.
I get made fun of for that. I've gone on a lot of streams. I've met a lot of creators, many of whom I have great relationships with. And I don't mean to even insult them when I say this, but there is a level of substance, preparedness, seriousness, just passion for what you put together. And it's admirable, and it is something to be very, very proud of. And that is why I believe many people like those in your chat tonight and those who will be watching quietly or on
pull it up and
replay
go through it. I
return.
really don't care. I don't fucking care anymore. Oh, by the way, I want to make this announcement. So I've been strenuously going after the Chiron Lopes files. If you know anything about that case, he was a Rhode Island Capitol Police.
You might want to
recruit
consider
went and
that.
actually
He
died
would
at the
probably make a
academy.
lot of
Very
money if they allowed that. Let him stream from prison. Could do like pay-per-view. If that happens. Not saying it's going to happen. I'm still doubtful. I'm still doubtful that he's going to actually do prison time. We'll see. Yeah. If they counted the radio audience too, that would be tough for them, wouldn't it? Only once a week, but still. Just that once a week probably dwarfs everyone else on YouTube. Yeah, that's the funny thing. And they've all been watching us for months and months and months and months, and now it's like, let's watch some of them. That's what we started to do.
Much like Enrique Delgado Garcia. I actually got some answers today. There's a Dropbox with a litany of information in it because the whole thing was the investigation just popped up and they concluded it and said no one was going to be charged. Well, apparently there was about 700 emails of communications that were back and forth. Now, I don't know what they gave me, Nan. I don't know I haven't looked in the Dropbox yet, but I do want to go through it, obviously, dump it out, look through it, and, do a stream, and maybe you can come back and we can do that.
People can answer this for me, so I don't even have to respond to it. I mean, I don't see how you can miss what's going on down here. It's just, you think it's weird. You should check out some of the shit he's done. I mean, I found a tracker in my car recently. I think I've shown people this. Where is it? And I'm not saying I know he did it, but he's my number one suspect. I mean, think about that. I think that's enough. I don't know how many times he's doxed me on his show with the phone number. I mean, I can go on. And it's not even about that. It's honestly about his behavior towards everyone else. For me, like when he comes after me, I'm like, great. At least he's not attacking another woman. Like he's just abusive to people. So, not even about me. I could give a shit.
together just to see what they gave me. But
Absolutely.
at first they were really blocking me, and I think they called me bluff that I wasn't going to pay the money to actually get the files. I wrote the check. I don't care. I wrote the check and I just got on them, and it came from the Rhode Island State Police. And that was the big thing that I didn't like about this. Like in Enrique's case, he had the independent investigator. David Meyer came in, Andrea Campbell, the AG at the time, turned this over and said, here, David Meyer, take this case and go through it. And I think that was exactly the right thing that they should have done in that case, where Chiron Lopes, which fucking scared me, was like, Rhode Island State Police did all the investigation work on that, and they didn't seek an independent investigator. That was red flaggy to me immediately. And now, like a couple of months later, like, oh yeah, it was just a medical emergency, and we've shut the case down. So
yeah,
why? Like like remember the article I sent? It was just tiny. Like,
yeah.
Chiron Lopes case, there's no one going to be charged, and it's closed.
Oh man, this is a weird one. Old enough to know I like you, but this sounds a little tinfoil hat to me. Mike realized that Aidan and Kate are connected to two private investigators who have operators that do this shit regularly. Marty Kraft and Steve Scanlon. I think it's pretty well known. And I'm not going to say this is a fact. I should ask her about it, actually. But I think Kate is connected to Marty Kraft, from what I hear. I don't know that for sure. But Aidan is connected to them? I haven't heard that. And I don't buy that Kate and Aidan are working together. That just seems a little too stretch. I thought I was the CIA Vatican assassin dog walker. Aren't I the ringleader? Maybe I work for Steve Scanlon and Marty Kraft. God damn people. Yeah, that's a good question. Mike, I have a serious question, not trying to be rude, but with your personality and who you are, I'm really surprised you haven't gone to the police if that Apple tag was legit. Well, that's the thing. I have a suspect on who I think it is. I'm pretty sure I'm right. I don't know that. I can't prove it. The only way to prove it is to go down to the police station, but I'm not a cop caller. I don't like to waste the cops' time on stupid shit like this. I'm not afraid. So why am I going down to the cops? I'm only going to go down there. I'm going to hold on to this if I need to. If shit escalates in a certain way, then I got this in my back pocket to, then I could maybe go down to the cops. But otherwise, silly bullshit. I'm not worried about it. I'm not worried about him. This is all it is they want you to be afraid. I'm not afraid. So why am I going to go waste the cops' time? Right? That's the way I look at it. I'm not a cop caller. I don't like to call the cops. I don't have restraining orders against people. I've never had anyone arrested. I've never had any fights with ex-girlfriends or enemies. I don't include the cops in my life. I'll call the cops if there's a fire. I'll call the cops if someone gets, violence, real violence. But otherwise, I just don't, I don't, that's not what I do. I don't call the cops. Unlike other people.
Okay, well, give us details. What was your conclusion? What were your reports? And I didn't like the fact that the final summary from the state police in one of my first responses, they said that it's still in summary, it's still in draft form. Well, if you've closed an investigation, Nan, why is this still in draft form? Yeah, and I'll let you talk about that.
Well, no, I mean, I agree. Like, if the investigation is closed, there should be no report, no findings, nothing should be a draft. I mean, obviously that signals to someone like me that it's probably in the hands of
I'm not speaking of Marty Kraft
to make sure that there's some type of insulating from potential liability. But I am very interested in seeing the contents of that, the results of that FOIA. Also, the fact that there is a closed investigation doesn't necessarily close all avenues for his family members to pursue an action on his behalf, because sometimes the not getting of certain answers are reason enough for the family to pursue either a wrongful death civil action, like you're seeing in the Karen Reed case, or a civil rights action that may need to be pursued against the public entities involved, the Rhode Island State Police or Capitol State Police, whatever they're referred to as, and particular officers. So the investigation and discovery of what you reveal may provide some.
I just removed someone's comment, and it wasn't like malicious. I don't think it was mean. It just mentioned somebody's kids. I just don't want that type of shit in there, even though I don't think it was meant to be malicious. It was just a kind of a relevant fact about something. But let's just not, like, I think sometimes I say too much shit. Let's try not to bring anybody's kids up anywhere, especially in our chat, please. I didn't block you. I just removed the comment. Please, let's not mention any kids, even if you think it's relevant. Thank you. Not here. You can do it on your own thing, but not in our chat. Thank you.
Some insights and some guidance that you may wish to provide to the family. I think you said they have a lawyer. If I recall.
Yeah, I reached out immediately when I saw the article, and I reached out to his mom, Annette, and I said, "Don't."
Well, that's the thing. I documented on this when I found it, so I have documentation in terms of, I posted immediately when I found it. So that there's a timestamp right there. I've talked to people. There's documentation. I'm not worried about it. I'm not. I'm really not worried. That's the thing. Like,
fucking back.
Just
down
shows
from
like how
this.
fucked up
No.
things are where you actually suspect that you find something like that, and the first thing you think of is,
you need to call your lawyer. She's like, we're already in touch. So I was like,
Yes.
good.
And by the way, let's not forget, sometimes investigations that are closed get reopened. It happens all the time. I mean, that's what happened with Sandra Birchmore up in Massachusetts. That's where there was a post-mortem record review by Michael Bodden, Dr. Michael Bodden. He did not perform an autopsy, but he was able to review records, which indicated to him there was a fracture of the hyaloid bone.
Yep.
And that was one indicator among various missteps in Sandra Birchmore's case that this was, a red rum, so to speak. So it's definitely never too late. And sometimes a second set of eyes that is impartial, which is what I know you were really signaling and haranguing for. You wanted an independent investigation. Sometimes it takes a squeaky wheel to get the grease.
Yeah. And, and I kept tweeting constantly at the governor, constantly at the Rhode Island State Police, putting up tons of posts, tagging them and everything, and just letting them know, like, Kyron Lopez's case is not going away. We're going to keep beating the drum. And, listen, even from my tiny little platform here, I don't.
So Altman, are you serious, Minx? Because you're a pretty good commenter here. I don't know if you're being facetious, maybe. But if you're being facetious, it's not cool, because people will actually believe this shit and they say this shit. So be careful. But how can she be a plant when she's the one who introduced Turtle Boy to the Karen Reed case? She's the connection between Natalie and Turtle Boy. If it wasn't for Altman, he wouldn't even ever have been on the Karen Reed. So was she a plant to get Aidan to cover Karen Reed? Is that like and was she a plant when she was friends with Aidan for like how many years before? Like, you think she's been a plant for all those years against Aidan, and then made him cover Karen Reed to turn against him on Karen Reed? I mean, that doesn't make sense. Make that make sense. How does that make sense to me? Who wanted Turtle Boy to help free Karen Reed that would plant Jen Altman? That doesn't make sense to me. None of that makes sense. That's like, people really buying that shit? No, I'm sorry. She's a medical worker by day. Like, really? That's who they're gonna use, a medical worker? Come on. That is so insane. I would say she's not. Yeah, from what I hear, it seemed like there was some nuance to it, but I mean, it seems like she is anti-Karen Reed now. Let's be clear. But I don't think she's a plant. I've never thought that Jen Altman, that is never. I'm a suspicious person, but that is just no way. I'm going to tell you right now, no way is Jen Altman a plant. She was a supporter in front of Aidan for a long time. I can't believe that's even coming up. Seriously.
I just want people to know about it and get invested in that case because it's important and it echoes a lot like Enrique Delgado Garcia and Annette was at, and that's kind of how I got. It's weird. The first hearing in Enrique's case, when they charged the three officers, Casey Lamont was not there, but when they initially charged the three officers, Annette drove up to that hearing and was there. And the funny thing is, I'm there, she's there, the family's there, we're all in the same courtroom, and we didn't know each other.
That settles
yet.
it.
And literally,
that settles it. That totally said it. Grant said it. Oh, geez. I mean, Grant said that I worked for Curaleaf, that I was Russian mafia CIA dog walker. Come on. And now I'm working for Monty Kraft. I thought I was working for Boris from Curaleaf, the Russian mafia. I think it's the same fucking story. He just reworked into a new thing. This is what he does. He did that on the opposite side against Karen too. I mean, which conspiracy is ever right with Grant? I mean, I don't know. If that's what we're going on.
Like just kind of scouring the internet that I had been talking about Enrique's case, and then reached out to me and was like, "Hey, I need some help with my son's case. You know, this is what I got." And that's how it's so weird how that worked out. 24 hours later, I'm talking to her. And, you know, I had a 2-hour interview with her and she just told me everything about the case. And then, you know, the thing that I'm very skeptical about how they, Rhode Island State Police says they closed the case. Well, according to Chiron's medical records, you know, the injuries, just like Enrique, are not lining up to what they're saying. They said he had a panic attack. Well, if he had a panic attack, why was he bruised? Why did he have bruising all down his leg? Why did he have bruising in his chest? Why did he have internal bleeding? So if you're just having a panic attack, why are these injuries there? And that's all notated on his medical report, Nan, out of the hospital.
Yeah, so that should be part of an investigation. If you have corollary injuries that would not naturally be expected for, you know, what happened to him. If he had a panic attack, you're not going to have bruising. The report should be tying that together in some way. It should be saying, you know, he had a panic attack and based on witness observations, he had a panic attack, he fainted and he fell and he must have struck X, Y, or Z on A, B, or C. Like they're supposed to tie it all together in a neat bow, which I'm getting messages here, by the way, Brian, that's from people saying I'm glitchy or unclear on your broadcast. If that's the case, someone let me know in the chat. I could try to refresh.
You're glitching a little bit. I don't have my glasses tonight, but I did notice you are a little slow and glitchy. Okay. But I just thought it was my.
And even a lot of Free Karen Reed are just so discounting that Voss article about some of the mistakes she made and the slant in it. There was definitely a slant. She didn't cover the Free Karen Reed side of it, no doubt. But that's what a lot of reporters do, and at least she's obvious about it. But the big takeaway from that whole thing is this whole thing about Yannetti and the leaked messages. That's just not a good look. And no, they don't want to talk about that. That just says a lot. You just want her to get her fired. Like, okay, we're firing. I thought we were about freedom of speech. Now people want to get journalists fired. That's a wild take. I thought Yannetti was about freedom of speech. He wants her fired, doesn't he? Is he asking her to he's asking her to get her resume pulled and shit? That's not a great look for a First Amendment freedom of speech guy, right?
Because I don't have my glasses on.
Poor Brian's blind tonight. So if everyone can deal, you know, I'm looking on the screen. I don't think it looks that bad.
Not that bad. Yeah.
If your audience is really hating it, let me know and I can reboot. Okay. Thank you, Sarah. Yeah, Brian's blind tonight, so I have my glasses.
This is what we need. We need to get another woman fired. That's a good point, Miss 808. It's very reminiscent of other situations. It's like, dude, are you a turtle rider? Like I never thought Yannetti would be a turtle. I mean, he looks like a turtle rider right now. It's just like, what the fuck is going on here? And the tweets. Yeah, I thought it was very cringy. I was embarrassed by it, actually. Like, say what you will about the article, but geez, I was more embarrassed by the response. Yeah, you're calling out the ethics, but what about your ethics? Like, Jesus Christ. Not a good look. Not a good look. Not my problem. I'm going to tell you the truth here. Whoever it, if, you know, wherever it lands.
My pimp classes if anyone needs me to read anything.
Yeah, and the
But,
funny thing
I'm
is, I was
interested in
halfway.
Chiron.
The funny thing is, I'm sorry if you want to finish your point, and then I'll tell everybody what was going on.
Just count me in. I'm happy to
Okay.
be your partner on Chiron Lopes matter.
Appreciate
It
it.
looks like
Yeah, we're
there's
gonna go
be a
through
lot.
all that. But no, the funny thing is I left work, and when I left work, it was pouring here. I got halfway out back home and I turned back around, like I left my glasses at work. Not only did I leave my glasses, I left my wallet. So I get home and we're like 15 minutes from the stream, and I live like close to a CVS. So I'm like, I'll just fucking run to CVS and grab some readers. I'm looking for my wallet, text one of the kids at work, and I'm like, did I leave my wallet there? And they're like, yeah. I'm like, fuck. So
You need Apple Pay. You need
I
to
know.
get Apple
I'm
Pay.
so
you
afraid to put it on my phone though.
You know,
Like-
it's just you're so distracted by all of the drama that
Yes,
you
what it is.
Yeah,
left
that's the
your
other thing. It looked
glasses
very,
and
it just drew more attention to it. It's like sometimes, you know, he's an attorney. Sometimes it's better to remain silent, right, Yannetti?
your wallet at
I
work.
know I might have a petty stream done on me later. You know, this will be used, like,
Oh, it
because there's no
will.
content, so they gotta fire back. I don't really give a shit. Let's get to super chats. We'll take a break here for a second, and then we'll talk. We'll
Sure.
talk a little bit more about Enrique, and then go into Karen, because there was an article today by Gretchen Voss, and it's the inside campaign that acquitted Karen Reed. And I want to kind of talk a little bit about that and see how you feel. And just kind of get your thoughts on Karen and Turtle Boy. So here we go. Harper, thanks for the $10. I appreciate it. I don't know what these gems are. I don't know. Maybe I think
stupid.
Elise is in the chat. She might know what those are, but I don't know what that is.
The by the way, I don't mean to insult Dark Side by offering gems. It's because I said it's stupid. It's not stupid. It's just some weird thing that YouTube seems to have created that they provide gems to you.
Okay.
It's like currency. I don't even know if you can
I don't
buy
even know what
more.
that is.
You can buy more and then pay more for these gems. It's
So
I
why
don't
wouldn't you just send a
understand it.
super chat? That doesn't make any.
I don't know.
But I
They
know
look
I
like
appreciate the
super
gems.
stickers.
Oh,
Yeah.
I got it. I appreciate the gems.
Is it?
Let's see. Hello, Kitty.
Let's
Thanks for
answer
becoming a
this one.
YouTube member.
Let's put
Look
this
at
one
Nan's.
up. Isn't taking super chats with a guest considered rude? No, especially with Nan. Nan actually enjoys this. She likes to see the questions. She likes to see that her appearance is helping the YouTubers she's on. She likes to support the YouTubers. It's not weird when it's someone with a true heart like Nan. It's only weird when people make these weird rules because they want to. That's what's weird. That's the weirdo shit. That's kind of a weirdo post, actually. I don't think you're bad. I've seen you before. I think you're fine, Catch XRP, but it's just kind of weird thought. Like, I'm not saying you're a weirdo. I'm just saying that thought is kind of just weird. Like, why is it rude? Why is putting up the chat rude? I ask questions all the time from the chat, whether it's super chat or just someone who hasn't even paid. You know? I don't think it's rude. I'm on shows as a guest all the time. If someone brings up a super chat, I don't get offended. I actually like it. I'm like, I'm on a show, I'm supporting the show, and people are giving money to it because I'm on it. That makes me feel good, actually. Not Sure Now sent 10 joules. Thank you so much. You all are so generous to me. I have to say, people have been noticing it too. Like, you, people love you. Yeah, I mean, thank you so much, Jay as well. We're at 45 donations today. Actually, 46 if you count the one that came in through the Cash App too. So 46 donations today. Unbelievable. Thank you so much. And there are others too. I think there are some other donations that come in now, like the flow states that I don't even see show up on the StreamYard. So there's even more. There's even more donations. I can't thank you enough. See, Catch. I knew you were good. See, this is. Let's give it up for Catch right now. Catch XRP. I could not agree with his comment and kind of be a little critical of it. And then Catch XRP came back and threw $20 down. That's real. You didn't take it personal. I like that. We can have a discussion. That's awesome. Put up your ones in the chat for Catch XRP right now. Mad love for that. That's how you handle things. Thank you. Thank you. And you keeping our chat nice. You can ask your questions. I like that. And not get mad. Much appreciated. I played that yesterday on my show. I think it's towards the end of yesterday's show. Not the LTL one, the one during the day. I think it has a picture of Nan on it. That's the one. You want to find the other stream I did about Nan, about her being on Spaces. That's the one you want to watch. After the space ends, you'll see that video. Look at this. We got a lot of love for that. People get it for XRP right now. Yeah, Catch is real. Good job, Catch. Thank you. I appreciate that. That's what I want. I want a space where we can have discussions and people don't get too upset. Thank you. I like that. Philly says, I don't have a message. Just keep doing you, Mike. Thank you so much. Jimmy Speaks gets it. I'm still reading the chat. All right, I'm gonna get off the chat. There's so much going on in the chat. I love you. I love you all in the chat. You're all standing tall today. You're all staying here. Oh, look at that. One of my new mods, BB, gifting 5 Young Jerks memberships. We're at 49 donations today. Not always. I try to be. Catch some. I'm not always reasonable. I try to be reasonable. I try. It's a struggle. I can be reactive. I grew up very reactive, actually. I still struggle with that a lot. It's probably why I post things and then take them down and say, "Oh shit, I didn't mean that. I don't want them to read it this wrong way." And god damn, I wish I was reasonable all the time. That would be such a superpower. If I get out of my feelings, I get reasonable. That's the key for me. I have to. Sometimes it takes a few minutes or an hour or a day or a month sometimes, depending on what it is. I got that Irish temper, right? Oh, man, oxymoron. Thank you so much. We're over 50 donations today. Unbelievable. This is going to be a good month for me. You know what? The first week or two of July, I was like, are we going back to fucking no views again? Because we were starting to do a little okay in June. And then I was like, we're dying here again. Like it was, in the last week, 10 days, it's been unreal.
Asking people to match. We do have a goal tonight. That super chat goal at the top. If you want to help out and support the channel, I would appreciate it. We're only 5 of 10 from the goal. We just need 5 more super chats, and then if we
Brian's feeling it too. He's getting some love.
Start a new one here in the second half.
And again, you can
let's go. Let's match it up. All right, so $10 from Nan. Thank you, Nan. I appreciate
and like and subscribe to Nan. Nan. To Elise and Brian, who I'm playing the stream tonight. So I posted the links in the chat. I'm going to post it again for Brian. Definitely like the video and subscribe. I'm not going to play it all. If you want to watch the entire interview, you go over there and watch it. Give them some clicks. You know what's kind of easy right now for me is I'm seeing what's coming down the line here. I've been noticing a lot. And if you notice, I predicted shit was going to get hairy this week, and it did, didn't it? I expect more. I expect more bad news for this crew. Not going to get easier for them. Not going to get easier. And eventually a lot of them might start deleting streams and things, from their past because they're going to be embarrassed. That's the way I feel like that's the way it's trending.
that.
You're
We had
welcome.
10 more gems. I got NH2 checking in. Steve, what's up? He said, don't tempt me with a good time, Nan.
I'm gonna step
Thanks for the
aside for a
10, I
second to let
appreciate
this
it.
run.
400 gems, more gems. Hello Kitty says $10. Appreciate it. Says happy that you and Young Jerks held your head high when everyone trashed you, led by Machado. I knew rejecting Jess Machado's opinion of you last August was the right call. And the thing is like, I don't know, like I just look at the whole thing, the way that I address it, and I think she just recently said some stuff about me again. I don't know if it was good or bad. You know, I don't hold that shit. I don't hold on to that shit. If you know what she wants to do on her channel, and if that, you know, creates an audience for her and in an income, then go for it. You know,
Yep.
My point of view, what I saw in Jess was there was a lot of talent there. I liked her reporting. That's why I reached out to her. I wanted to have her on my show. I felt like the first kind of wave of trial that we did stuff together, we had great chemistry and the shows were great. A lot of people wanted to come in and watch us. And then, you know, it kind of died down and trial 2 came. And I did a couple of shows when trial 2 started, and I saw that no one reached out to her. And I said, fuck it, I'll reach out. I'll bring her back on. She told me like, hey, I got to get paid. And I was fine with that. I just look at it in a supporting way, and she's helping me out. I'm helping her out. And then just after, you know, shit happened, and that's the way that it landed. But
Well, she knows her worth, Brian.
yeah,
She knows her worth. No, I mean, look, it was a good thing that you paid her. It's an honorable thing to do. But there
and I
are
kept paying her after I paid her a couple more like Cash Apps and Venmos, like after our so-called contract ran out. Like at the end of the show, I'd be like, I don't know, $100 or something, like, thanks for coming on again. Cause she's like, I'll stay to the end, like, even though the contract ran out. And I'm like, great, you know, like, and I don't know, whatever her motives were or whatever, but I continue to throw some Cash Apps to her. And I don't know, whatever it is, what it is. I'm just going to move on. And if she needs to keep talking about me, then I guess that's what she needs to do. I mean, I don't know what to say, but I just want her to keep just keep going after Will, please.
Yeah, agreed.
After Will.
Agreed.
Fuck him. 2 gems. What's that, Nan?
No, I love it. I mean, the enemy of my enemy is my friend. That's
Fuck
how I
Will.
feel.
Fucking looks like he's been chewing on fucking lock washers. Fucking piece of shit. Why don't you go buy some dental floss, you fucking loser? $10 super chat. Hello, Kitty. She said, congratulations on your health journey and weight loss. Takes dedication to kudos. Yeah, actually, you know what? I weighed in the other day. I got 5 more fucking pounds. I can't lose, Nan. It's taking forever.
I will give you some tips.
Well, someone said drink a whole gallon of water. That'll fucking flush it out.
It will, but you know, I could do a whole show on it because people think I've done Ozempic, and I wish it was that easy for me. But no, there's definitely some tips I can give you to break through the stubborn.
I'm down 18.1. My journey started back on. So I started out on May 18th. I was 237.8 pounds. Oof. I'm down to 219.7. That's 18 and 0.1 pounds. I want to lose 4.7 more. All I basically did was stop drinking soda, I cut my portions down. I'm eating very clean. I'm eating 1 salad at least a day. And basically how I do it is I'll just cook up maybe like a bunch of chicken or beef. I have limited my carbs to basically nothing. I'll have like some chicken and salad for like lunch. And then dinner is usually like chicken and just a vegetable. And I'm drinking a ton of water during the day. And like just some protein source like cheese sticks, or I'll have a protein bar through the day and a lot of water. And then, you know, no sugar, no more soda.
That's good.
And that's it. And that's how to do it. And I got in the gym. I got back in the gym, which has been great. Doing some other stuff in the gym. And that's it. Just be consistent.
One last tip. When, and this really works, eat more. How about that? It's counterintuitive.
Really?
Keep eating what you're eating.
But just eat more?
Eat more often, right? So just have another cheese stick, have another protein bar. Just keep eating, keep the metabolism running. It actually does work.
Right. Yeah. No, yeah. That's a good
You'll be happier.
You know what though? I fucking hated salad before. Like I just hated it. I love eating it now because I've eaten it so often. And it's like I feel weird now if I don't eat at least a salad a day, like have some salad during the day. But it's easy. It's easy food to make and it's good. Okay, let's see here. Let's get back up.
I seriously could do a whole show on it. And you mentioned salad. I put salad.
Yeah.
Steve knows this. I'll put salad in a bowl and then I will just fry up eggs like
there you go.
Over medium and put them right on the salad and just cut it up and eat it so you get the protein and the greens.
It's like a chef salad, right? But you would put ham in it for a chef salad, right?
Yeah, but it's with eggs and you kind of use the yolk. If people
You're
like
talking
eggs,
too much
some people
about
might say
food
that's
here.
totally
Getting me
gross.
hungry.
But if you like,
I'm getting hungry.
Fingers, Brian.
My cousin Ben.
I got it. $10. Thank you, Brian. Like
I'm gonna skip it.
Tried to get in to remove the evidence of the Snapchat or something like that,
I
but
think
couldn't.
you use facial recognition to try to get in.
I've said it before and I'll say it again. The fucking phones get you every time.
Every time. And we're going to hear a lot about it in this article here.
I don't know who started the tuna thing, but I think it might have been JFK. Then maybe it might have been Brian. But you know how Will's all handsy and he's always touching his face. He's always doing this. He's always smelling his finger. So they say he must have dunked it in a tuna can because he keeps smelling his tuna finger. I don't know. I call him Tennessee tuna now. I think it's funny.
Pretty soon.
Yeah.
I don't know how that started.
Look at this. Mikey. Me and Mikey have been doing shows lately. I love hanging out with Mikey. It took us a while. I kept saying to him, like, dude, we got to do shows. And we finally came around. We had well, I wasn't there for the whole 10 hours, but JFK did a 10-hour show the other night. I think I was there for at least 5 or 6 hours. Probably one of the funnest times I've had on stream in a long time. I haven't belly laughed like that in forever.
Did have some laughs. I'm going to forward it, though, because I want to hear what Nan has to say. I want to hear Nan. Nan goes off here.
Came like the Kate Peterman.
Should have been filed. Every lawyer should be pursuing all possible avenues to preserve their client's rights.
Right.
It was, when I read it, not
Kev came up with it. Of course he did. Kev is underrated. He is funny as hell. He cracks me up a lot. I was watching last night. I was trying to stay awake. They wanted me to call in. I wanted to, but I was so spent. I'm like, I can't deal. I've done too many live streams. And I know that Jolene is going at me and this one. I'm just like, I need a night off. So I was trying to stay awake watching them. And there was a few times where you could tell JFK was struggling with Kev, and it was fucking funny as hell. Kev cracks me up. He is so good on that show. JFK, they were great again last night. Check them out if you haven't.
Horrible. When I read it, though, I said this argument is a bit conflated and mixing legal concepts together in terms of the grounds for the dismissal. The case law that was being cited for dismissing on these, for all of these circumstances that Mark Betterow was presenting to the court.
I mean, to change my hairdo today. Look at me. I'm all
of being granted. So as a lawyer, I'm looking at it going, why is this being told or at least spoken about in the community as a mega motion? I didn't understand. It was a plain vanilla motion. I didn't really care for the manner in which it was argued.
We've heard this.
I was saying to Steve the other night, like, picture trying to tune a piano in front, have a professional piano tuner there, and you're trying to tune this piano. So the tuner is going to hear if some of the notes are off a bit. So thinking of myself as like a piano tuner, I'm hearing the argument going.
Not the Juanita from WBCN. Do you remember Juanita? The scene queen from WBCN. Do you remember that? So funny. How I see the name Juanita and I just immediately think WBCN in Boston. You're not that Juanita, are you? I love Juanitas. I've never met a Juanita I didn't like.
All right. The style in which it was presented was a little abrasive for me. Lots of Your Honor and respectfully, and it was never going his way. So yes, you make your argument, but you stop, because it's like I got the feels like, oh, all right, you're stomping your feet and putting your foot down. Judge is not picking up what you're putting down, so maybe it's time to sit down. So I do not feel, even though the judge took it under quote advisement,
Advisory.
that is going to be granted. No way. And that means it's time to roll up your sleeves and get ready for trial. That will be around the corner, even though it's July and there's currently a December trial date. Lots of things happen in the next 3 to 4 months in terms of trial prep, whether it's organizing all the evidence, getting witnesses, both sides. The Commonwealth.
Nina from BCN was in a band too. I'm trying to remember the name of the band. Heidi was the name of the band. Remember that? Do people remember that? I do.
And Aidan.
I like them. They were all girl band.
Hoping at
They were
this
great.
point, knowing full well that quote mega motion did not have a high likelihood of success, that
Right.
he is busy lining
Peter
up
Wolf.
witnesses who are going to support.
I mean,
his
that's the
defense.
thing. I feel like I missed out on a big Peter Wolf era, because a lot of times people say, who is the greatest BCN DJ of all time? A lot of people will obviously say Charles Blackwood era. Other people might say Mark Parento, right? Those are the kind of the two names that always come up. Mark Parento obviously had some issues later in life that I don't really want to get into, but those are the two big names that you think of often as the top BCN DJs of all time, most well known. But a lot of people say Peter Wolf. Peter Wolf, he was actually a DJ at BCN at one point before my time. I never listened to it when he was there. I can't imagine listening to Peter Wolf DJ at BCN. That was an era. But a lot of people say that Peter Wolf was the greatest DJ ever at WBCN. Yeah, sometimes people say Ken Shelton too. That's another one. It's funny. Yeah, Charles. That's what I grew up on. Charles Blackwood era. He was so great. But I can't imagine Peter Wolf, listening to Peter Wolf on the radio back then, before Charles even. God damn. I missed it. I wonder what year that was. I was probably kicking, but I don't think I was listening to BCN that early.
And there'll be in limine motions that will be filed on evidentiary issues leading up to that trial as well. It's possible
Not
the
Wolfman
December
Jack.
trial date gets
Different
bumped,
Peter.
but I don't see why it would. The parties have committed to these dates being available. And I think it's time to consider, if it were my client, a plea. If it's being
Are you going to tell
offered,
me,
if it's being
was Peter difficult or was he nice in the in-person customer service situation? I'm wondering now, old enough to know. I met him once. He was nice to me. I got introduced to him by a friend of his who he supported. He showed up at a friend of mine, his art show. Oh, yeah, that's another one. A lot of people might say Oedipus was the greatest BCN DJ. I might have to agree with you on that too. Like, in terms of, I like how much Oedipus is a fan of music. That's what's so great about Oedipus. He's like my girlfriend. I mean, he was basically my girlfriend's mentor. He brought my girlfriend into commercial radio. He's a legend. Great guy too. I never actually met him in person or have ever really had a conversation with him in person. But we had a lot of interactions because I used to book the Hempfest and do the promotions, and he would hook us up. So he was, and even other activism and things, he would always help out. I like Oedipus a lot. And I like when he's a DJ on WGBH on Christmas Eve. He plays great music. He's a music guy. He loves the music. Oh, you're not a fan of Bradley J? Come on. I like Bradley. Bradley's a good guy. He's another great DJ. He's still at WBZ. He's a friend of my girlfriend. They're friends. I like Bradley. Bradley's good. Bradley can be weird sometimes, but he's a good guy. Bradley, you know what? Bradley's straight up. That's what I like about Bradley. Bradley's not going to sugarcoat things. You know where you stand with him. And sometimes people don't like that, you know. He's not an actor. Bradley is exactly what you expect. Like, that's what I like about Bradley. He's smart too. He's a world traveler. I like Bradley a lot. He's also got like medical experience. I think he used to work in an ambulance, or he's an RN or something like that. Like, Bradley's a very smart guy too. Like, he's a worldly guy. Let's put it that way. He's also a big music fan as well. Thank you for the flow steak tonight. Oh, look at that. 200 joules coming in. Love it. Thank you, Allie. Also, Pagan Poet. This is crazy. We're up to 52 donations today. Unbelievable. Thank you so much. Oh, you know Carm. You know her? Wow. You were on the Billy Goons scene. Wow. Holy shit. You know I know the Billy Goons. That's wild. We should play that sometime. The Billy Goon song that I think the Beastie Boys ripped off. The video, at least. The video is just like you got to fight for your right to party. It's so funny. Ah, you're friends with Jan. That's good to know. You're like you know my family basically over here. All right, let's keep
They
going.
offered, or if they want to present an offer to the Commonwealth, now would be the time to start those
Yeah,
discussions.
you
don't
agree that
wanna
they ripped it
start
off.
those
I know. The
discussions
Beasties ripped
just a
off the
couple
Billy
of weeks
Goons.
before trial, especially because in the fall, which is a very busy trial calendar for all states and all commonwealths,
I watch a
lots
lot of
of
those
things
Kino videos. They're very
happen
good.
in a very short time period. Then you start throwing in holidays. And his trial date falls between Thanksgiving
sure
and
we will be.
Christmas, which means
I'm
it's just
sure we will be. You think we'll get a lot of votes though? Like, really, are people going to vote for us? Like, I think people will be let down too. It's like you're putting like, what did we do that's really ratchet? We didn't want to be his friend anymore. We didn't like the abuse. We got tired of being abused by the guy. We got tired of being embarrassed by him all the time.
very
That makes us
truncated
ratchet.
period of
That's
time
funny.
to get stuff done. So I'd be worried, Aidan, if I were you. I would.
Let me ask you a question. So, like, in true
We'll
Turtle
stop
Boy
the
fashion,
box.
of
Yeah.
course,
Let's move
it's
ahead.
his brand, the way that he, conducts himself online, and just a lot of the things
Oh,
that
I
he's
know. I know
continued
you're
to
not
say,
trolling.
about people that are
That's
connected to all these
probably
cases.
reality there.
And I asked Mike about this and got his thoughts on this the other day, but I want to hear it from you. And I don't know the legality of all of this, so maybe you can clarify it. Will those things be clipped and used? Can they clip that and use that in court and bring that into evidence? Like, will that be something that a judge will have to look through? I don't know if certainly in the criminal trial it won't get in, but I'm pretty sure in the civil trial this stuff is a lot easier to get in. Correct?
When you say that stuff be clipped, you mean portions of his YouTube presentations?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
So, yes, this would generally be the subject of either some pre-trial discussions between counsel and the court, or in limine motions where the parties present what they want to present in terms of video or audio footage to the jury, and then both sides have to agree. If there's a dispute as to what clips are played, then the judge makes the decision. Generally speaking, it's just better. They call it judicial economy. You don't want to have a jury listen to like a 3-4 hour stream for the whole context of a case, or the whole context of a crime. So yes, they'll play clips, and both sides, the Commonwealth and the defense, will have an opportunity to play their clips. The whole recordings will be available to the jury, assuming there's nothing prejudicial that the parties agree or the court says is prejudicial in the whole recordings. But yes, that's how the trial is going to go. Play the clips. And I don't necessarily think, and this is one of the reasons why I was not picking up what Betterow was putting down the other day. I don't necessarily think it's a good thing for a jury, let alone the grand jury, to see the entire streams in totality. I mean, there's a lot of subject matter that's discussed that's highly inflammatory. There's pejorative statements, there's misogynistic statements, there's racial slurs. This quote context that Aidan keeps haranguing his audience with. Oh, it's all
like
about
the more that the jury is exposed to his YouTube presentations, he thinks is going to help him. Probably make it a lot worse for him. Like if I was his attorneys, I'd try to be minimizing anything from his show that is played to the jury or the grand jury. That's probably not going to happen due to the fact that that's the evidence, but it doesn't help to play more of it.
Context, and this is what I meant. I go back to this time and time again. Like, be careful what you wish for, because you may think, and I watched him for years. You may think that your content is going to defend you. You may think that the totality of your streams is actually going to support a defense, that you were petitioning the government for action by going after.
It's probably not going to help at all. I mean, think about it. The more you play of his words, the worse it gets for him. What the Duck 23 says, how dare you stand up for yourself? Thank you so much, What the Duck. Thanks for being a mod. Thank you for the donation. We're up to 53 donations today. How dare we stand up for ourselves? How dare we should just take it.
McCabe's and the Alberts. I don't necessarily agree with you. And you unfortunately run a risk that the jury actually may think less of you or worse of you. And if you want to show your whole streams to the jury at your trial, you're opening yourself up to questions under
Sherry, you doesn't like my bangs.
as to what you meant by
I'm wearing it
statements.
like my father's high school picture.
I really am sensing
He had the
when
bangs.
I have seen clips.
I'm wearing with the bangs down. Sherry, you is no bang. She wants it parted back or slick back. We'll have to do a new poll. I think next time we're gonna have to put the slick back option there. You know? I feel you, Shannon. Trust me. Shannon says you hung out with him, you broke bread with him, you made fun of people with him, birds of a feather. I get it. Trust me, I get it. I think about it a lot too. And I'm not mad at you for your comment at all, actually. I appreciate it, actually. I hope you have a good weekend, honestly. 100%. Do I think he'll get a long prison sentence? No. But it's possible. It's possible. He may not even get convicted of any of the stuff. He could be found not guilty or hung juries. If he is convicted, especially in Norfolk County, I think they might actually throw the book at him a little bit. In New Jersey, I think it's more likely he's convicted, but it's going to be like a 1.5 year, 2 year sentence maximum. They might give him the max, but he might not even get any jail time in New Jersey. And I think that's the one that's most likely to win. I still think Norfolk County, he has a good chance of beating that just because of all the political BS around it. But that would probably be the one, Norfolk County, if he was actually convicted, where he would actually get a chance of a longer prison time. But I still don't think it's likely. You never know. That's the thing on all this stuff. You don't know. It's very much left to chance and what a jury decides and what jury's there and what evidence is allowed. And we just don't know. I wouldn't want to be him, though. And I think the uncertainty has to be driving him nuts. I mean, I can't imagine. I'd want to know if I was going to jail. And he doesn't know. Nobody knows. Nobody can really tell you what's going to happen in court, even your attorneys. All right, let's play some more. Enough about me. Enough of me and my opinion.
Of Aidan recently, because I do not watch him anymore.
Yeah, I don't watch him.
I am sensing that he either does not have
No
an
bangs.
understanding
A lot of
how
people saying no
criminal
bangs. I
trials
don't like the
work from an
bangs.
evidentiary standpoint, or he is disregarding what his attorneys are telling him.
Yeah, go ahead, Nan.
Yeah.
And I'm going to jump in here after a second. Go ahead, finish your point. I'm
I
sorry.
just think his attorneys have to be telling him that what he thinks he's going to present and this big story that he's going to get out there before a jury. I hope his attorneys are telling him it doesn't work that way. And what I can't figure out, Brian, is if they are telling him this and he's not understanding, or he's ignoring it, or it's not sinking in. But any one of his supporters or followers who's listening to this right now, or even to Aidan, who's hate watching and is going to, spew this tomorrow on a.
Yeah, I think that's the wild card that I didn't expect. People like it slick back. Bossy 04. And look at that photo. Bossy. Wow. God damn, Bossy. Bossy's telling me Team Slick back. She wants it slick back. With that profile picture, I might have to listen. Look at Team Bossy is not messing around. I'm Team Bossy. I'm gonna listen to Team Bossy. I think next show, I think she has made the decision. I need to slick it back. I think I'm gonna slick it back.
Bus stop live. You're not showing me through your words and actions
Yeah,
right
she's a
now that
baddie.
you understand
God
how
damn.
it's really
She's
going to go
gorgeous
down
too, yeah.
in December.
And that was the thing for me, like the other day when I heard him going after the civil attorney for the McAlberts, like Chris Matei. And you know, Mike was up the other day and we played a little bit of the Alex Jones trial. Like I wanted to play more of it, but we just had so much stuff that we needed to talk about. And that's what I was saying. Like that's a civil matter. And they were literally just pulling up clips and websites and, you know, and it's like, it's all right there. It's probably a little bit, I think it's a little bit easier. Mike made this good point the other day. It's a little easier, I think, for Alex Jones because he had kind of an army behind him of people that were working, you know, in his business. So he could say like, oh, I didn't know that. Like maybe it was Tommy that did it or Jim that did it or Jill that did it, you know, but now I turn and I go, well, where's the army of people behind the company of, you know, Turtle Boy Daily News? It's just
And you want to
really
get all
solely
spiked
on
up? You want to
Aidan.
get it spiky like Rod
So I don't
Stewart?
know if that's going to make any difference or how that's going to work. And, you know, I just, it's like, man, where are the attorneys? Why are they not saying anything? Like, this is just going to get worse.
They may be. I don't want to, you know, I sometimes hesitate when I offer what I consider to be fair and reasonable criticism, which is my First Amendment right to do of attorneys. But they may be telling him this. They may be giving him guidance and he might be disregarding it. I don't know. I would be.
I mean, is it like a just go out with both guns blazing type of thing that's going on right now?
Possibly.
I mean, I don't know. Like, I would hope that if he has someone that's really close to him, that someone would just look at him and go, hey, you know what? XYZ. And I don't know. Maybe he's just not going to listen. We tried and look what happened when we tried, you know,
well,
like
you can't tell him what to do. Nobody, I mean, you meaning
but I mean,
nobody.
just even as
Hustle on
advice,
top.
you know,
Right.
like, hey,
Mike tried to give him
might
good
try.
advice.
Might try.
But
and he made a good point. You know, I was listening to that Spaces that he had with Nina the other night, and he made a good point. Like, dude, like you're saying all this stuff, like and you don't think that there's not people in Norfolk County that watch these shows like that.
I need to get some of that like porn music and just do the slow motion hair flip.
That might like the Young Jerks or might like LTL Media or whoever, and those are the people that you're attacking, and they could get on that jury, and that they're like, well, I know how this guy is. The channel that I watch, he's you know, he's going after Nan, he's going after Brian, he's going after Mike. You know, that could have a thought in their head too. I don't know. It's all really risky. I think it's risky either way. He does have the possibility of a hung jury, you know, if this goes to trial. The bench trial would be bad because he's been through the system so much. People know who he is. And I have to sit here and go, you don't think those judges don't talk? You don't think that all those lawyers and judges in those courthouses don't talk? There's constant movement through all of those court systems. Everybody pretty much knows everybody. I mean, I've been in out in courtrooms outside listening in the hallways, and they talk about people that they know or this defendant or that defendant. Oh yeah, we had him last week and he was on this charge, and you know, like everybody talks.
Muted. I'm muted. I'm sorry. Oh my God. I'm laughing my ass off. Muted Mike laughing. Oh, fuck. Excuse me. I'm just laughing about the idea of having a fan here. Have my hair blowing like I'm like that guy in the romance novels. What's that guy's name that used to be shirtless with the long hair? He's got famous in the 80s. He was always like on a horse and shit. I'm gonna get the fan. We we need a fan. We are adding a fan to the show. I'm gonna put that in the budget. One fan coming out. Yeah, Fabio. I'm gonna be the new Fabio. We're gonna grow it out. We're gonna have a fan. It's gonna be funny. Oh, this hair shit just cracking me up. I mean, I never thought that
I'll
would
pull
be
it
the thing.
now, and we can
Thoughts and
always
fans.
go back to this and
Thoughts
have a
in
little
here.
wager. But I don't believe on July 22nd, 2026, that this is a case that should be
He
the
was
subject
gross.
of a bench trial. No,
Kind of
this
was,
should be a
wasn't he?
jury trial. What do we got
Wind
here?
blown here in the
What do we got?
I love
studio.
this
Yeah.
one. So here, this is what I talk about. This is what I talk about, and this is probably a fake name, but this is what I talk about. So let's go through this. Go ahead. Why don't you finish your point, and then we'll address this. But go ahead.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But anyway, this is not the type of case that should be a bench trial. I know a lot of TB supporters and people interested in these cases will look to, oh, well, wait, like what happened with Kelsey Fitzsimmons? It was a bench trial, and therefore, she was victorious. This is not the type of fact pattern, in my opinion, that lends itself to a judge making a decision, because you have admittedly a very broad, I feel unreasonable statute for witness intimidation up in the Commonwealth of Massachusetts, but judges read the laws and apply the facts to the law. And that law, which I don't love it, but if you apply some of the facts for some of the charges to the law, I think he's going to be convicted. He's better off in the hands of a jury. And if he's in the hands of a jury, I don't necessarily know how well liked and well understood he's going to be. And I will tell you that jurors are going to look and see some of the conduct and say, I don't know. I don't know if that's really in line with what Aidan says he was trying to do. And I said this last night, Brian, on Mike's show, and I'll say it here. Aidan seems to think that he's going to be able to tell these big narrative responses and tell his
I think
story.
they said I had an alt-right haircut. Is that I thought that was Christian. Isn't that Christian, Joe? I think it's too Christian. I think they're saying it's too Christian. I don't know.
Doesn't work that way.
It's
It
gonna be
is
yes or no
question.
answers.
Yep, question. It's not even yes or no. He can give explanatory
Yeah, right.
answers to questions, but it's question answer, question answer. If Aidan starts trying to get all cutesy and dance around and, bob and weave like Muhammad Ali, a judge is going to shut that down so quickly, and or it could turn off jurors.
Piffle only comes
and
up
then
to make
once
fun of my
Aidan,
hair.
who I said the other day, I'm like, he's not going to take the stand. And,
Well, do you think he will?
well,
do you think his
he
lawyers will let him?
he thinks he will. So I had put in JFK's chat when you guys were on. I had put one little plain $0 chat in the chat that said TB's not going to take the stand. And of course, Aidan, based on what was shown to me in a clip, Aidan was like, showed my little chat where I said TB's not taking the stand, and he said, looks at the camera, there's going to be a big fuck you tour when all is said and done. Like he was mad that I said that. Okay, well, as I said this yesterday, I'll say it again. Like, you go to law school, pass a bar exam, practice for 25 years, and then come talk to me. I don't think that he should take the stand. I don't know what his lawyers are telling him. All lawyers approach things differently and stylistically differently. If it were me, I would not want him to take the stand, because the risks, in my opinion, outweigh any benefit. And in addition to that, once he takes the stand, and besides what I was saying before about he's not going to be able to give these narrative responses, he is opening himself up to cross-examination by the prosecution. And that's going to cover a whole litany of different topics, including prior bad acts. And beyond that, let's not forget, he's got a pending lawsuit against him.
To say, I agree with this 100%. Catch XRP. And selfishly, I want him on the stand. That would be the best, most entertaining cross ever. And it would be exciting to stream it, to sit here and get the clicks off of it. It would be. So selfishly, I do want him on the stand. The guy, I have to say, it would just be entertaining. I don't think it would be good for him, but I kind of believe that he's going to put himself on the stand. He said it. I don't know. We'll see. He did plead the fifth before in court. Well, I don't know. We'll see what happens.
Big quote defamation lawsuit where he just argued the anti-slap motions, which will lose. I think they will. I'd be shocked if those motions filed by him and Karen Reed were granted. And
that's one of the reasons why I try not to say anything about Grant. You hit it, Colin, right on the head. And Grant and I have had a truce. It's one of the reasons I try not to get into it with him or criticize him. I did say a few things today, but I do like the way that Grant stood by Lindsay when she had nobody. It was admirable. Glad you brought that up. No matter what you think about Lindsay or not, people, everybody needs somebody like that, especially when you're in that kind of situation.
He's waiving certain rights. He has Fifth Amendment rights against self-incrimination.
I think that's why Grant and I easily truced, actually, because we both saw it for what it was, like in terms of we both had the same feeling on that, towards the end at least.
Defamation lawsuit against him. So long answer short, I don't know what his lawyers are telling him, but his lawyers should be telling him to strongly consider a plea and or to strongly consider remaining silent and let the
he took the fifth one with Brennan. He took the fifth with Brennan.
He took well, actually, I don't know. I want to be very clear because I think I misspoke on this a few weeks ago. I don't know if he pled the fifth or he told Judge Kearney that he would plead the fifth. Like, I think
that's Kevin.
He pulled him aside and said, if you are asked these questions or if you are brought to the stand, will you plead the fifth? And to his credit, Aidan followed the advice of his counsel and said, I believe, yes, I would plead the fifth. So I want to just be very clear. I don't think he actually pled it, but he, one step down from that was, yes, if I'm asked these questions, I will plead the fifth. And also,
thank you for cleaning that up for me, Nan. I didn't say it quite correctly.
There's nothing wrong with that.
She just clarified what I actually meant.
I got into arguments with keyboard warriors last year on the Karen Reed case about this very issue. There's no negative connotation that should come along or negative inference when someone pleads the fifth. It's your constitutional right to plead the fifth, to not self-incriminate. Our founding fathers gave all of us that very privilege, and I'm all for it because sometimes the fish gets hooked when it opens its mouth.
Right.
But if you're in a position where you think you're going to beat your chest and give full-throated answers to telling this story and defending yourself, be very careful if you think that's your strategy, Aidan. And if it is your strategy, then today, July 22nd, 2026, you should be already preparing with your attorneys how you're going to answer those questions on direct, and then how you're going to answer questions posed to you under cross, because you're already behind if you haven't started prepping.
It's different when you're in that seat, I'm sure. I mean, you have adrenaline, you have nerves, you have everything. I mean, when you're there, I mean, we saw it. We saw all the glitching when, the McAlberts were up there and the twitching and, we saw it. We saw it.
It's bad.
A lot of pressure.
Like, this is one, and to go back to what, and I know you want to hit this comment, go back to what we were saying at the top, the fact that he's facing these felony charges and he is spending any time shitting on people currently within the movement or the fractured movement, the fact that he is spending any time talking shit on X or insulting, for example, my body or my sexual partners that he thinks he knows all about, or others, insulting your alleged mental health, insulting this person, that person, Mike, JFK, And he is not focusing 150% on defense of the
Didn't care.
claims against him. He's a fucking idiot. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. That's the truth.
Well, it's what Mike said. Like, shut it down. Do one show a week. If you got to do a fundraiser, pop up, do your fundraisers, and really concentrate on your case. I mean, I would be going through whatever file they have right now or case file and lining it all up. Start storyboarding it, you know, because it's going to come. It's going to come fast. I mean, shit, we're what, a week away from August 1st? August, September, October, November, December, what, 4 months, 4.5 months away? You're going to be right there at a possible trial date.
In my firm, in my conference room, I have a wall and it is all whiteboards, dry erase boards, the whole wall in my conference room. And that is my war room when I'm about anywhere from 4 to 6 months out from a trial. And I'm just storyboarding and I play all the contingencies out. And I've got my dry erase markers, my wet erase markers with different plans of action. And that is what I do to help prepare ahead of time. Now that not every lawyer has to do that. And if his lawyers aren't doing that, that's not a critique of them. That works for me. But if that team put their eggs in the Mega Motion basket, they need to get their money back because the eggs are spoiled at this point. That motion is going to be denied and it's time to gear up and start defending yourself and stop talking shit about people. Move forward, protect yourself, do what your donors expect of you, which is to actually defend yourself. So give it your all. Stop talking shit.
So Shirley wants to, she's like, answer the question on the screen. It's very easy, Shirley. And it's going to be very easy for Justice here too. So he says, you guys literally had Turtle Boy back and did shows about him and tried to raise money. Well, I didn't try. I actually did raise a lot of fucking money. And I'll tell you this, money came out of my own pocket that I donated to him. Okay. So it says, now you're changing the stance. Integrity, you both don't have it. Well, let me tell you a little bit about something. When someone's doing something for you, coming up and actually doing streams and supporting you and doing positivity and believe what you do, and then, and I know you're not this fucking dumb, okay? Because I know the channels that you all watch. And then someone just out of the blue, because they don't want you around anymore, because your channel's doing well and you're expanding. And I remember him saying this, get rid of the studio. You don't need the studio. So he was jealous of that, didn't want me to have that, and then came in and just started attacking my channel. So I'm supposed to be dumb and go, okay, I'm just in here and I support Turtle Boy. Turtle Boy good. Like the other one, the dummy. Turtle Boy good. Karen Reed free. Proctor's an asshole.
Is he a caveman?
If you want me to be that guy, I could be that guy.
But it's so true. And this, you know, I having just read that chat. Like you've
got to be a fucking moron to not see what has been going on for the last year and a half.
You're
like
telling me by
moron.
that chat that you haven't followed any of it. So like, tell me you haven't been following. Yeah. Like Aidan
You're a fucking moron.
Aidan shit all over Brian and Mike Crawford, JFK, James Jackson, etc. He's gone after DJ and Bia of Calling All Beings. He has gone after
people that supported him.
Yes.
That would break down his motions. Remember, he had a fucking flip out on his crew, like what, 3 weeks ago. You guys aren't even fucking helping me go through this and find, you know, where the law is and breaking it down. You had those people in your corner, man.
Yeah.
And that was where when I sent out that December tweet to you and said, you had these people. We were doing it for you. We were helping you. But it doesn't work that way. When you shit on people and exile them out, they're not going to be around. So what do you got? Will? You think fucking dunderhead Will is going to pull up things and go through that intelligently for you? And I think you were lying the other day to him when you went, you do Melanie Little type level stuff. You're doing that because you know that you need him because that's the last guy. You're kind of rolling with the dude that wears a wig and acts weird, the guy, the fart box, the Dutch oven, you got him. And then you got
Good
the guy
Danish.
that looks like he chewed on fucking lock washers, gingivitis mouth. You got him. That's it. Because Jess Machado don't want to fuck you anymore. And you fucking exiled everybody else that was helping you out. So,
None of these
you know,
people
and that's the way
show
I
up.
want to make this point, Nan.
Go
If
ahead.
he didn't look as friends or supporters and didn't want us around, then you made a really bad business decision, because we were popping up on our own on like Sundays, and you didn't even have to be there. You didn't even have to be on stream like you had to be today with Willie. You didn't even have to be there, and we would pop up, and I'd raise like $6-7 grand for you. I guess you don't like $6-7 grand coming into your defense fund for work.
He obviously doesn't need it.
Labor.
Doesn't need it.
Fucked up a really good business decision.
Didn't need our support.
Well,
Turns out. I mean, that's the thing. People still saying this stupid shit like, "Oh, you changed. You turned on them." If somebody doesn't appreciate your support, why would you continue to support them? I mean, it's that simple, right? If someone doesn't value you, why would you, and especially considering that you've supported them for 2+ years from a lot of attacks and a lot of drama, and then they turn on you and you all you've done is support them? Why would you continue to support that? I always question abuse. There's an old song from Tree, question abuse. If you don't question it, you're going to be abused.
He would say, I'm glad I don't have to pretend anymore. He says that about me. But like, even if
he was pretending before, apparently. He was pretending to like us while we raised money for him. That's the weirdest shit ever. He really didn't like us the whole time. Huh. That's interesting.
Decision, Aidan.
Very bad.
You isolated people who were doing fundraising for you, were getting the word out, have audiences which are not small. They're not just a few thousand people, and you chose to isolate them. You chose to continue to insult them, even when your mob or cult started dumping all over Jess Machado. And for whatever reasons, you've all collectively conspired to stop doing that, despite your little passive aggressive shots at each other still, to do that. Now it's go back to Brian, go back to
it's
JFK,
me, Mike,
to Mike.
Right.
So it was a bad business decision. And another thing he does he dumped all over Boots on the Ground. He said that they were tailgating. Like, these are people who showed up every day.
Boot in the ass.
Yeah.
Anybody that would be proud of that is really a sick individual. Good point, Catch. Good point.
Like,
I mean, looking back on all that, it's embarrassing. And good for her for sticking up for herself.
so you wonder why there's people who don't show up for your hearings? Perhaps because you completely isolated them and insulted them. Though there was a mere pittance of people who showed up for your micro motion the other day.
No one there.
So you know, it's like
Now you have to go back to Grant. You need Grant now. The guy that fucking shit all over you for years.
That's
now
right.
You got him, you know?
And it's like, I don't know.
I kind of feel sad. I just kind of feel sad. Like I feel sad. I don't know. I mean, but listen, you're the maker of your own fate. You're the one that is responsible for your own consequences. And that's what I feel about this whole thing. So good luck, you know, good luck. You know, I hope Will raises $1 million fucking dollars for you, because I'm going to tell you, I haven't seen any of your cool crew. You called them the cool crew. I haven't seen any of them do shit for you. And you know that. And that's why you flipped out the other day, because you were fucking mad that they weren't talking about you. It has to be about you. And then Willie was going to fucking line you up, and he just wanted you up there, buddy, for your face to be up there to get money while you're up there in his memberships. He's using you, bro. Drop that, dude. Drop that.
Comment right here from Valhalla Law. She said it's beyond just not appreciating support. It's that Turtle Boy aggressively turned on supporters and chased them away. all because they wouldn't kiss his ass enough. I mean, isn't that what he's trying to do with Nurse Kim right now? You know? Yep. You were right, Justice. You were right. I'm sorry. You were right. Sad to say.
You guys
Dude.
dissected that like a surgeon the
Yeah.
other night. You absolutely did. Like, sorry, you got played, TB. You got
He's
played
fucking
by
using you, bro.
Swill
And you
Henry.
know
I
in
call
2
him
seconds.
Swill.
Yeah, and you know in 2 seconds, the minute something goes down, he's gonna fucking run away because he tried doing it the other day,
Yep.
but then you lined him up, and he's using you for money. And you just see it. He did the he didn't have anything, and he had to do like a petty. He had to get the well, no, wait, he did the fundraiser the other day. So we had all your crew come back in and give a bunch of money. And then what did he do? He tricked everybody. So we went, okay, I was here for TB the night before. I'm gonna come back and do a petty so I can get, because we know
Oh,
after 30
that's
days,
cold.
all those memberships start running off. They run off, and a lot of people don't re-up. So when those gifted memberships hit, they run off in 30 days. So he probably looked and he's like, oh, I need like the $900 to make my rent, the 100 for the cable, the 200 for the phone, or whatever it may be. You know, I need weed and booze. So I'm running low on membership. So I know what I'll do. I'm going to do a TV stream. We're going to raise a couple thousand for him. And then I'm going to come back and I'm going to go after Crawford and JFK and
Yeah.
and he uses you, bro. He uses you all the time. And what? And you're up there with him again today. And he'll probably come up and do his own little petty stream tomorrow to get more of those memberships. So drop that fucking guy. He's a loser. He's just
I
using
agree.
you. He's using
And
you.
if you've got, I mean, the people he surrounds himself with are giving him bad advice or no advice, and they're doing it because they're afraid of him.
They don't care
That's
anymore.
the worst
Leave
type
them.
of people to keep around you, people who fear you. That's not being a leader of the Free Karen Reed movement. That's what you like to think you are, Aidan. You have to lead by example. You don't lead people who fear you. That's not leadership. Good leaders keep people around them who are smart, typically smarter than themselves. So you've got people around you who are just afraid of you, who blindly believe half the fucking lies you say all the time. Which, before I forget, I executed some wrench duties, and I have timed out Val for 24 hours because I refuse to be distracted by
That
him.
must have felt
Nobody's
good.
just someone that just sits on X all day.
Yeah.
I don't really fucking care anyway. And it's like, you know, I look at like even Nurse Kim too. Nurse Kim uses Turtle Boy's name to what? Get Mark Betterow over. So Mark Betterow's there every Sunday. We can talk to Turtle Boy and I can get a bunch of money and memberships. So they just use him. They use his name to get their money and their memberships. Do you want to talk about this article that just came out today? I think it looks really bad. It's not a good look. And the way that I look at it, let me pull this thing up.
The article. Don't you guys love how they say it up there?
I'm gonna fast forward this. When does Nan really have her moment? Is it after this?
The alleged.
I thought I had it lined up. Maybe I already passed it. Because I don't want to review this whole thing again. And if you want to,
I mean,
here it is.
I hate Will, but I.
Oh, I think this is it. We'll watch a little more.
And ultimately, juries are going to have to decide in the different cases as to how much they want to weigh the evidence on these very issues. And, you know, maybe there's a spin or two in this article. Maybe there's not. I'm interested. It's got me intrigued.
How long you see this going on for? Like, let's just say like the civil stuff. How long does that usually take to get hammered out? I mean, is this going to be years and years? I mean, Karen's going to be in a fucking courtroom like the rest of her life, right? Fighting all this shit.
This is going not for the rest of her life, but this is going to go on for years. So even
2028
though,
at least.
I don't know what case. I do not know what case the judge keeps making them come in to talk about depositions. I don't know which one that is, but you've got a judge, and it may be on multiple cases, multiple docket numbers, where the judge is making them come in and give status reports quite regularly. Even though that's happening, these cases, the wrongful death, the civil rights actions in different counties, the defamation lawsuit, which has more claims.
I'm going to skip ahead a little bit. Again,
which was more recent.
I'm skipping around on this. If you want to watch the whole interview, it's over at LTL Media. We pinned it in the chat right now. You can go watch it there. I'm going to get to the spicy part. And again, you're going to miss a lot because she's spicy for a while. And again, I don't necessarily agree with everything said on here. I don't even know what she's going to say. It's not an endorsement. We're just watching it for both entertainment value and educational value.
She said that. She also came at me first. So for anybody, and she has said horrible things with a platform.
Get off. And this is the thing, like, if you support Aidan, where were you the other day? You weren't out there in front of the car. Get off your fucking leather ass. Get in your car and come support him. You guys all sit here and support him, but you don't want to leave because you know why? Because you want to sit behind your computer and make money. So you're using his name. And that's what I mean. You need to drop all these people, dude. You had good people in your corner that were actually going to the courthouses and fucking supporting you. I sat in on hearings when he was down there with the whole Lindsay Gattani thing. I was there for him, but he doesn't want me there. He doesn't want us around. He wants the people that want to sit behind the computers and make money off them. Have fun.
I agree. So when clips of this start circulating X,
please clip it.
And
I don't care anymore.
When Melanie Little gets angered and outraged before her audience tomorrow, claiming she's not on X, even though every single time she calls it up on her screen, everything's bookmarked, and you can't bookmark if you don't have an account. So try to dispute that little cupcake. This is going to get clipped, and here's what I have to say.
Have fun.
Fuck off. I'm sick of your shit. Get some confidence and understand that you're not the only person who can speak on this case. Man. Seriously, fuck all the way off.
God damn, man.
Done. I am done. I'm done. And I mean it. I'm sick of it. And you got to grow some security, grow some self-confidence. I've got it.
I had to remove himself from the screen. He couldn't help it. He was dying. He was like, oh my God. Oh my God. God damn. This is what we've come to. This is it. This is. I mean, a year or two ago, no one would ever dare say shit like this. Nobody. Nan just has had enough. She's had enough. She has no more to give. Look at this.
Don't have it.
Man. Let's just rewind this a little bit. This is fucking hilarious. Ryan doesn't know what to do. He's like, what the fuck?
Please clip it.
And
I don't care anymore.
When Melanie Little gets angered and outraged,
I'm gonna remove myself. I can't help
tomorrow, claiming she's not on X, even though every single time she calls it up on her screen, everything's bookmarked, and you can't bookmark if you don't have an account. So try to dispute that little cupcake. This is going to get clipped, and here's what I have to say.
Have fun.
Fuck off. I'm sick of your shit. Get some confidence and understand that you're not the only person who can speak on this case. Man. Seriously, fuck all the way off.
God damn, man.
I'm done. I am done. I'm done. And I mean it. I'm sick of it. And you got to grow some security, grow some self-confidence. I've got it. You don't have it. Man. Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm done. You lost your mind because you couldn't share a spotlight that I never wanted. Okay. I never wanted it. I'm sick of your shit. And guess what, Melanie Little? I hear all of the shit that the family told me, peppered throughout all of the little shit that the other gutter Muppets have been saying. So you are inextricably intertwined to all of the motherfucking drama, and I'm sick of it. So move along. Stop talking about it. And one last thing, stop going around saying that the Reed family loves you.
Yeah.
because
No.
that's not so
Yeah,
true.
they don't. I know a lot more.
How do you
than
know
these
I'm
people
not
think.
talking to Karen Reed?
God damn, man. Oh, I wish I had some music to play right now like JFK, but we'll play this real.
Why do you want to be here? Why do you love space? Why do you love being a part of history?
We're going back to the freaking moon, that's why.
We're going back to the fucking moon, man. God damn. I feel like we're watching a JFK show right now. God
Sorry.
damn, man.
You know,
Oh, shit.
sometimes you gotta, for your own mental health, you gotta let it out. And
it.
I have taken
Right.
a lot. And I don't mean to
Oh, yeah.
hijack your channel,
Nah,
but
okay.
I
Do
am
it.
sick of it and I'm done.
Right.
So if you
Yeah.
want to swim, as I said earlier, you want to swim with the sharks, you're going to get bit. So I don't care anymore. And I absolutely will defend myself. I don't need to be you. I'm not jealous of you, but frankly, I outrank you, bitch. I'm not kidding. You know, learn
Oh,
something
shit.
about criminal law.
Oh, shit, man.
Learn not to be a fucking fraud on the internet. Step up. You have donated, I believe, to use your words, lunch one day for Karen
Yeah.
Reed's team.
Big
What
fucking
lunch?
deal.
You donated
Yeah.
lunch for her
Yeah.
team. Okay. All right. But you know, that's all I'm gonna say. So you guys can clip it all you want. I am done with it. And let them all there's all your new content for all of you
Right.
people. And the fact that all of you, and I say this as a viewer, the fact that all of the gutter Muppets shit all over, all of them, they shit all over Karen. They interfered with and destroyed her fundraising efforts. Some of them actually competed and concurrently and contemporaneously held fundraising to interfere with Karen Reed's fundraising.
Yep.
But they have the fucking audacity now to still steal and rely upon Karen Reed content for clicks and views and watch time. If
Well, and I
that's
love this too. I love this too.
hypocrisy.
They fucking hate me, but what do? When I get new body cam or I
Yep.
get something that's related to Karen's case, they're all playing on their fucking channel, right?
And
They're-
some of them will blur out your logo,
Right.
You know, your whatever, your digital imprint
Right.
that you'll put on this stuff. It's disgusting. And for those of you who are watching this clipped up
damn, man.
tomorrow or tonight, know your facts. Don't blindly follow. And I'm not even talking just about Melanie Little. Know your facts and don't blindly follow any of these people. Like, be informed. Don't, you know, imagine if you were the person who was the criminal defendant, or you were the person who was online who was facing criticism. Picture yourself being somehow victimized. I'm not referring to me, but picture the Commonwealth or your state against you, and picture people following the beliefs because someone else tells them this is what you got to believe and this is what you shouldn't be looking at. You want to make sure you're an informed consumer. Like, you can't be this dumb, people. If you're this dumb, then consider it a gift that I am here and Brian is here and Mike is here and JFK, James, Kevy Kev, Jay Brill and others, DJ Bia and others, John Camo, Eric DiGirolamo. These people are around to keep you informed. If you are simply sucking all of this information in without questioning with a critical eye the source, the veracity, then I can't help you and you're a bunch of fools. But frankly, I dare say Karen Reed wouldn't want you to just blindly follow. Like, become informed. And do you think there's a reason? Do you think there's a reason why Karen Reed hasn't come forward yet and spoken more about certain things that have gone on? Do you think there's a reason why she hasn't come forward? There absolutely are reasons. She'll come forward when she's good and ready, I'm sure. But at this point in time, it doesn't help when anybody, when Aidan Kearney, Will the Glairer, Broken Baker, Mazza Media, Melanie Little, anyone else doesn't do anything other than show support, concurrent support for Karen Reed. You all got rich off of her case. You all pocketed and profited and grew off of her case. And
All facts. All facts. All facts. All facts. This was so good. We all needed this. Nan is, I don't think, people underestimate Nan, I have to say. Even myself in the beginning. I didn't realize. This woman. You look into Nan's history too. She's very impressive. Smart. You can watch the rest of this on LTL Media. I don't want to play his whole stream. I play most of it. But you should watch the end of it. Go over there and click and you can watch the rest of it. It's towards the end. She doesn't stop. She keeps going. So there's more to this. Thought it was worth watching today. Good job, Nan. You spoke for a lot of us. You spoke for a lot of us. Me too. I'm so glad she's back. Like, I'm really glad. Like, not just for my show. You know, she's been on my show once. It was phenomenal. We got great numbers, super chats. It was our biggest show in over 6 months when Nan came on. In terms of the actual revenue. I'm not all about the revenue, obviously, but she keeps the watch time. She's a phenomenal guest. I've been saying that. Look at me, flock of seagulls today. But she's phenomenal. She is so good at this. And the fact that she did those other shows and other spaces, I'm covering. Anytime Nan speaks, I'm covering it. I am covering it. I am Team Nan. They picked the wrong one. They did. They picked the wrong one. They underestimated her. All right, I want to thank everyone. Super chats has been unbelievable. Recovery Cat, what the duck? I'm in awe of you all. Thank you, ladies. Allie, Oxymoron, BB, my dude. Thank you, Philly. Thank you, Philly. Thank you, Catch again. Catch is cool. I like Catch. J Lou. Not sure. Thank you so much. Not sure now. Please pass the pepper again. Law Wifey, always here. Roseanne McDonald, thank you so much. Cookie Lady. Thank you, Cookie Lady. 440, that's a lot. Minx 0927, thank you so much. I like seeing the greens and the blues and the yellows. Thank you, JR Texiera. And Sassy and Romana. Romana? Did I say that right? Romana. And Borders Girl. Thank you, Borders Girl, today. And Show Off. JFK Show Off was here. Thank you, sir. Minx. I'm going to go check out JFK Show Off. I got to catch up. I want to see his Sam stream that I missed the other night. Not today, Satan. Thank you for coming through. Always. Karen D. Thank you. You come through a lot. And Lady Zelda, it was good to see you. Go subscribe to Lady Zelda. Go subscribe to JFK Show Off. Subscribe. Follow Brian LTL and Untwisted Tragedies. Please. Thank you so much. And Mitzi. Good to see you, Mitzi. What the duck. Much appreciate that. Miss 808. Good to see you today. I'm glad you were here. Princess. Thank you so much. Princess Carly, 88. LG. Good to see you today, LG. Hope you're doing well. I think I did unblock her. SMJC, thank you. Larley, it's unbelievable. I'm going to be here all day. Chimmy Speaks. Allie again. Laura Lay, I think I thanked you earlier. Thank you again. And Law Wifey. Recovery Cat. Valley's Girl. Jay Brill came through today. Thank you so much, Jay Brill. You've been very generous lately. LTL Media. Thank you, Sassy. Make sure you follow LTL Media. Subscribe to him, please, if you haven't. Like his things too, and hype it. Hype it up. Hype that Nan interview up. Make sure you hype it. Go over there to LTL Media and hype his Nan video up. Jay Brill. More people need to see that. Roseanne. Sturdy Gal. Thank you so much. All right, I think I'm done. I think I'm all caught up. Are we all caught up? You all caught up? I think we're all caught up. I think we're good. I think we've covered our bases today. I think we did what I needed to do. I feel good. I'm sure they're going to be clipping later. I'm sure there's going to be lots of content. See, I just watch them review what I do later that night. Usually I don't watch, but lately I have been watching a little more. It's funny. We'll see. All right, jerks. I don't know when I'm going to be live again. I'm not sure when I'll see you again, but just make sure to hit all notifications and check it out, because a lot of times we do last minute shows here. They will talk about my hair. I know they're going to talk about my hair. Crazy hair. I want rock. I got emo here today. Look at that. Emo here. Let me. No, I'm going the wrong way. I don't even know how to do it now. There we go. Let's just. I'm spazzing out with the hair. Give him something to clip. Let him talk about my hair. Oh, I look like a Goo Goo doll. Yeah, I would like to be a Goo Goo doll. I would love to be a Goo Goo doll. I can't even say it. Goo Goo doll. All right, time to go. I think I gave him enough clips today. All right, jerks. I'll see you later. Have a good day. Enjoy your weekend. Touch grass. Don't let them get to you. Don't get too upset about what's going on. Take deep breaths. Drink lots of water. And remember, not everything that goes on the internet is real life. Some of it is, but a lot of it isn't. I'll see you soon. Maybe in real life. Talk to you later, jerks.